kids. And Big Perk, you won't jump against your teammate. I don't like that. Excuse the N-word, but there it is. You know what I'm saying? Watch your mouth, boy.
Okay.
The champ is back.
But sometimes we learn from I'm a father, right? And sometimes my daughter's she's in grad school right now. I went to visit her over the weekend. I realize now when I talk to her, I'm learning from her, you know, and you might, you know, take things differently than how Jalen might handle it, right?
He handling it like he's supposed to. He's always handled himself like a man, like a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Very respectful kids I raised, man. Let me tell you something. Very respectful kids, all of them. You know what I'm saying? And how he handled that kind of pressure, I commend him.
Yeah.
Because I'm different. I'm getting your face, Stephen A. Yeah, I'm coming to see you.
Marcellus, why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm coming to see you, Stephen A.
What would you say?
I called you a couple times, Stephen A., and you didn't answer. But it's okay. I just wanted to talk about it man to man. What's your problems? Why are you attacking him? Why do you attack the black community? Go attack the white community. Oh, that's right. You getting that check to do that. We unplugged about this. We own it.
Well, you know, in all fairness, Stephen A., Perk, they all got a job to do.
They got a job to do. And pick on black guy.
You know,
pick on the black guy.
And that's how they, whatever that job is, this is how they choose.
Yeah, I'm in the league, so come get me.
Okay, yo, Marcellus ain't in the league.
I got feelings about it.
But what I think is fair is, you know, it's true. When somebody in the public eye is under public scrutiny, it doesn't just affect them; it impacts the whole family,
the
right?
The whole community, not just the family.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I got the other one here too. Let's see.
Man, I hadn't seen that.
It just happened like yesterday.
Okay.
Also, algorithmic social engineering. If I control the technology, I can dictate the market. I'll explain what that means. Michel Foucault, a French philosopher, in 1975, in her work Discipline and Punish, talked about panopticism. She based it off of a prison design, right? It was a prison design with a watchtower in the middle of the prison. And this theory was that, like, by putting the watchtower in the middle, the prison would police themselves because they're under surveillance. So physical authority has shifted to psychological authority.
All right, nerd, we get it. That opening clip, you said that was your first time seeing it?
That was, yeah.
And this is your guy here. Everybody, welcome to the show. It's your host here, Lord of Lips. Got a guest in the building.
Always a pleasure.
Yep, we got a Celtics fan in the building. Got a lot of news out of the NBA today. Some real big news that I'm kind of excited about that we'll get into. But I wanted to, talk to the Celtics fan here about this Jaylen Brown situation. I want to get your take.
Do I have the floor? I officially got the floor.
Yep.
Man, I've been holding this in for a while. I feel like they are doing my man so dirty. I mean, is this not, 2 years ago, Finals MVP? Was this not the highest paid player for a period of time? I don't understand the disrespect. I mean, we just saw his best season, arguably. Maybe he went on an immature press run, maybe not. I mean, that part is debatable, but I just think the disrespect out here in the league is insane. I mean,
well, Andre got a line in one of the classic Outkast songs called "You're Only As Funky As Your Last Cut," right? And I'm not saying that to say Jaylen Brown's last postseason was bad or anything like that, or his last season. I think what you said a little bit ago is more towards why his stock is down. I think not enough people are really hitting the nail on the head on the fact that he's been doing shit outside of basketball that has ruffled a lot of feathers, right? I think of the podcast. We was calling them out during the season. I was telling them during the season, I'm like, just
for sure.
He's setting himself up to be put on the sword. You know what I'm saying? Because he's too smart of a guy to his podcast is going to be, he's going to be on there spreading awareness, talking about real bigger shit like Kyrie Irving. But you see, same thing with Kyrie Irving. Like, it's almost like Kyrie Irving, like, it's almost like we exist in the ghost of Kyrie Irving. It don't even feel like Kyrie Irving's presence is really in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? He's there, but he's not there no more. So that's the kind of path that I think Jaylen Brown's walking the line in. And you know what's ironic about it is that they both, I mean, obviously Jaylen Brown is a lifelong Celtic so far, right?
Yeah.
But people also forget, I mean, there's two things, right? The Celtics have notoriously been known for doing shit like this. I hate to break it to you, Lane. The Marcus, I mean, just as early as we can remember the Isaiah Thomas situation, right? That was cutthroat and fucked up. And then you got the Kyrie Irving situation. There was shit going on within that front office with the Kyrie thing that we still really didn't get answers to on why it didn't work out and how it ended. And you remember the next year, Kyrie going back and putting Ouija and shit like sage around the fucking mascot. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
And you know what I'm saying?
Stepping on him.
Going on the court saying that shit was haunted, all types of shit, right? Then you hear the stories out. I mean, we know the classic tales about Boston. I mean, me, Hunter, and Shane was just talking about it, like, you know, first off, the Patriots and Tom Brady, you know, New England, that era or area of this country is a real particular type of people, if you know what I mean.
I'm picking up your drift. I can't disagree. Yeah.
And
there was a player a couple years ago that came out and said like Boston was the most racist city.
And
I can't remember who it was, but
so many players have said. I mean, we know what they used to do back in Bill Russell's days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And now I will say the Celtics had a lot of black players back in the '60s and stuff like that during that period, which was a big story in the NBA in and of itself. Like, you know, Boston in that time was. You think it's racist now? I mean, fucking imagine when Bill Russell was playing. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, no doubt.
I think Jaylen Brown better be careful from facing the Kyrie route. You said that they're pretty much tripping on him, and I think they are. I mean, the fact that you got it being reported basically that this man has no trade value is absurd.
Yeah, there's just no way. I refuse to believe that. I think I don't think the Celtics often got in the trade scenario. I think we often, you know, come away with a victory when it comes to trades.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, I played. Is it our time to get that karma of, you know, we kind of got over on the Nets for sure.
That Bill Russell karma.
Yeah, I mean, we might owe down. We might have to take a loss on this and get a rookie point guard. I mean, but I just don't know if Brad Stevens is going for that.
I got a lot of issues with this whole Jaylen Brown thing, right? His dad speaking out, the Stephen A. Smith angle, the ESPN angle, all the different angles, right? But another angle that I really have a problem with this is the Jason Tatum angle. The fact that this man has gone so diva, so Hollywood, to where he can't, so you're torn on this?
I don't know. I like how Jason's moved this offseason, at least. You know,
we
disagree on Game 7. We disagree on that. I think you play it safe. You put the ball in Jalen's hands.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh, well, this is where it starts, though. This is the beginning of the offseason, all right? So we take the Game 7 loss, and then, you know, Jason is still recovering, and Jaylen immediately goes on the tour. All we've heard of Jason Tatum since the offseason started was, I want the guys back. I love my team, you know. That's like the Boston approach that I feel like. You know, the Spurs, Boston, they try to keep more like that quiet in-house movement going, right? You know,
there's not a world where Jason Tatum can come. Let me put it this way. If you think the same thing was being done when LeBron and Dwayne Wade was in Miami, say one of them was on the chopping block, Zach said LeBron should just retire. But if he does not, he can go to the Chicago Bulls and bring them. No, hell fucking no.
Oh, my gosh.
we'll get to LeBron and his decision. I know everybody's all excited about that. LeBron, the decision 5.0. Like, godly, dude. It's like the fifth one.
Just diminishing anyway.
But You think LeBron wouldn't have put out a statement or vice versa? Bro, they are putting, I don't think, this Jaylen Brown thing, they're putting him through the ringer.
Jason came out with a statement. He said, I support my guy. I support Jaylen. I mean, like, I disagree that I don't think Jaylen should have said this was my favorite year. I think that was pretty confident. That was,
yeah.
I didn't like that. And I told you that right when it happened.
Yeah.
But
I think that's what the crux of this is. I think now there's an arm of people out there that's saying this is bigger than that, and Jalen's path that he's been on, as far as you could call it socialist, communist, Islamic, whatever you want to say. But he has been on a more awakening spiritual journey the last couple years, right? And some people would say, and you know, he's the ownership aspect, the players' ownership thing that he's doing, the agency stuff. Jaylen Brown, the MIT degrees, he's into tech real big. He has a lot of avenues that could be considered dangerous when you're somebody with this type of money, this type of platform. So there is an arm or a leg of people out there that believe that that's where a lot of this stems from. I think that he has landed on the sword himself, and like you said, some of the shit he has done has made it so easy for them to attack him at this angle.
Yeah.
The saying that this was your favorite year when y'all got first round exit was just stupid. It was just
it's not team like that's not very team oriented. I mean, I just don't think that's like the Celtics brand that we have known for the last, umpteen amount of years.
Right. Even if you get individual honors and awards, you always still make it about the team, right?
Right. Yeah.
Jaylen Brown kind of shifted away from that. Now that's why I think that it don't smell all the way good between him and Jason Tatum to me. And I think some of it is Jaylen Brown. He is adamant about he's the best player, which it's okay to feel that way, but not when you're just not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Now maybe he sees it different because he's been there. He's been there longer than Tatum. He he's played consecutively longer than Tatum. Tatum's been injured in the last couple playoffs.
Yep.
And he did. The Celtics was low-key not trying to tank this year, but they weren't trying to win either.
Right. We wanted to get under both luxury taxes. That was like the whole thing of the year. Let Tatum rest up. We'll fight for the play-in. We were not supposed to be as good as we were. And a lot of it is because of Jaylen. But I don't think I don't think that all the this is why this situation could be smaller and more just media-driven. I still think there's a potential we bring him back. Because I think in that organization, there can be some hard conversations had. And I think that relationship, at least one more season, they could try it. Or maybe he gets traded at the deadline or something. I don't think we necessarily have to pull the trigger and trade him immediately. I'm not buying that.
That's a good point. That's something to consider.
So I think in-house, I think those things can be worked out. And I think that's what Jason was alluding to. So I'm not mad at Jason Tatum yet. He's definitely a diva. Like, I got him on fucking Snapchat. Yeah. He always got the watch and shit, like doing too much. Like, it's whatever. But Jaylen,
he's always promoting different brands now. He's brand boy.
Yeah, and Jaylen, he did play with Kyrie. So like they were definitely in each other's ear. I mean that very well could have changed some directions. Jaylen did come out. When he first signed the contract, he brought up he wanted to bring back Black Wall Street. I'm not sure what has come about that.
He was the only person. Let's call it what it was. He was the only person before it was cool saying free Palestine, and he defended. People forget Kyrie kicked off this whole shit.
Yep.
Remember in 2022, Kyrie was the first one to get that spanking that really woke a lot of people up on what was going on.
And all he did was share that. Was it a little clip or a picture?
It was the link to the movie.
It was the link, yep.
On Amazon.
Yeah.
And Kyrie shared it. Never even said yes or no, nothing to it, right? We know what he was alluding to. We know what it was, but he never. He had burden of proof, right? And
it's just expression, freedom of speech, though.
Exactly.
I mean, it was.
And we seen them make him suck Rabbi dick. We remember they put him through the fucking ring, suspended him, all types of shit, just for sharing a link.
Anti-Semitic. I mean, they were. Yeah, he got it off.
And Jaylen Brown defended Kyrie Irving during that period, is what I'm saying, publicly.
Yeah. Yep. Publicly. So I still have mad love for Jaylen Brown. I pray that he comes back. Like. I want to shit on everybody. I can't lie. I want to shit on everybody. This is outrageous. They're the 8th best duo in the league. That is so fucking insane.
Hold on, yeah, we'll get to it. Shane said Kyrie needs to fix that nasty ass attitude. Prude as fuck. Yeah, Kyrie missing that reunion. I didn't like that. The thing is, I'm trying. I have my issues with Kyrie during the time. Like, I want to support. I don't want to. I do support the journey that both of these gentlemen have been on, Jaylen Brown and Kyrie Irving. If y'all know what I mean. If you know, you know, right? I support them. But Kyrie shot himself in the foot along the way, and I got frustrated about halfway through. So I be feeling Stephen A. sometimes. Stephen A. gets on my nerve, and that's a whole topic for another day. Because he's like a public watchdog. He's like a public hit piece.
And that little political stint he tried to pull too, like, oh my God, we're just not trying to hear it. Like,
yeah, he just it. However,
let me say one thing real quick. Kyrie sold in the playoffs that year too, and I'm still not over that either.
He was fucking horrible.
He was horrible that playoffs. All right, anyway, get to your point. My bad.
But fuck, you made me lose my train of thought.
My bad.
I support their journey, but sometimes what they do along the way, which isn't my right to say, they shouldn't make mistakes along the way. They're allowed, but they shoot themselves in the foot. Like I said, Jaylen Brown saying that this was his favorite year, dumb decision. Kyrie Irving, you not being aware enough to know that the Cavaliers was hosting a 10-year anniversary to the 2016 championship. It's like, dude, come on. And then they try to clean it all up. J.R. Smith, they try to clean it all up and say, I seen Kyrie make a post about it, saying it was all love and stuff. But, like, dog, stop being that out of touch to where you're not aware that that's not going on. You know what I mean? Like, that's where Kyrie is kind of, he said, Stephen A. stay out of politics. He's not going to. I'll tell you that. He's not going to. All right, so let's close this up. You got Jaylen Brown sticking around for another year.
I got him coming back, man, because none of those trades are worth the while, and I don't think Brad Stevens is going for it. Period.
And then I'm really not sure, man. I think they're trying to give him a little public pow. They're trying to fuck up his stock, his value on the market. I mean, this is a man, like Lane said, that's talking that. We'll see down the road, right? He's trying to use his dollars for different type of things. He's spoken about these things chronically and publicly since COVID, really. And we'll see what happens, man. I'll say this: he better be shrewd, and I hope it seems like him and his family at least have broken the fourth wall, and they see the big picture of what's going on, and they're coming out and saying, we see what y'all's trying to do. We're not going. His dad coming out and saying what he said specifically. Right, Jaylen Brown has gone on his platform, and that is one of the positives of peak player empowerment. I got my negatives about it, which we'll talk about in the next segment with the free agency. But some of the positives is Jaylen Brown now not has to go. He don't got to go suck dick anywhere else to go on a platform and say his piece. He can literally just upload on his camera. And if I was him, I would be waving on. I would threaten ESPN and the NBA. I would blow this. Not literally, guys. I know it sounds like terrorism. Not literally.
Good call.
If I'm Jaylen Brown, I would tell them I'll blow the whole cover off of this whole operation that y'all got going on.
We've also talked about at times you got to play the game, though.
Yeah.
So it's like it's tough because they are at a crossroads. You know, they could ship his ass to Portland and like.
It depends on where he's at. If he and his family is like really not about to play about this, this is called corporate espionage or sabotage. Like this is, me and Shane was joking to Hunter about this. These are corporate games. These are what corporate people play, right? Little hit pieces on each other and stuff to devalue you on the market. Just, you know, a little bit of shit we seen with Kendrick and Drake, right? There was a little bit of that going on, right? Devaluing each other's market and all that stuff. That happens all the time in corporate or hierarchy places. And if I'm the Browns and you're looking at it how his dad said they're looking at it, like, dog, you're not just affecting Jaylen Brown, you're affecting his kids, me, our whole empire. People might not take that so lightly.
Yep, you're right.
Switching gears, man. What do you think? Obviously, I mean, tell me about some of the trades and some of the offseason.
All right, so the fresh one is the Kawhi. I think that is a crazy mistake for the Raptors. I'm completely against that. I guess that Kawhi had a great year last year. I didn't tune in too much. I don't know how many games he actually played, but
No, you didn't.
to give 2 first-round picks, 2 solid role players, Brandon Ingram's like a fringe, low-end all-star, maybe. Give up your future basically for the guy that got you a ring. I understand he'll get a statue one day. I think that's fucking insane, though.
On who's in for the Clippers?
No, the Clippers. I think the Clippers won. I think the Clippers won.
I meant for the Raptors.
Yeah, the Raptors. Yeah, I think the Raptors folded on their future. I don't understand the direction, but I mean,
we gotta see Aubrey. Aubrey, turn them up. Where you at, Aubrey? Last time Kawhi was there, why Kawhi had to get you a ring? Well,
Kawhi ain't rocking with him, man.
But this is what I want to say. Toronto is trying to sell tickets. I don't know how much they're really committed to really trying to win or thinking that they got a winning roster with the Kawhi move. Not really sure about that. But they also knew, I think that they felt like they might have hit their ceiling with what they had, that iteration. The whole Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram,
they still have a decent team for sure, but I don't think they made the move to get above that play-in level 6-7 seed avenue. You know what I mean? Especially if Kawhi doesn't play all year, which he has never, in my experience, played all year ever. I still gotta see. I gotta see it to believe it, and I don't know how much. I don't know how much. I don't know how much. I don't believe in Kawhi at all. I told everybody I'm willing to be wrong. I will always err on the side of I don't believe Kawhi until he shows me. I'm willing to be dead wrong. I'm willing to say here in June or July 1st, I don't believe in Kawhi, and then in next June, if he proves me wrong, I'm perfectly fine with it. That's how I roll, dog. You showed me too many times. You're not able to fool me more than 3 times with some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Once you do that, I'm out. Kawhi gets injured every year before the playoffs. He's been robbing the NBA money. I'm sorry, guys. Been robbing the NBA money. Now, I know people, like you said, people saying he had a career year last year. And it's but no, he didn't. He did end up averaging 28 points, playing 65 games. But he did the same shit ultimately in the end. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, man. You was brought to the LA Clippers to win a title, to be the next guy, and you failed miserably along the way. Every year.
Every year, dog. Whether it was the 3-1 blown lead, the choke job, you being injured for 4 straight years after that, right before the playoffs, mysterious injuries. I'm cool.
And they had a couple squads. They were always so far.
Win more than enough. Y'all had the Paul George iteration first. That should have been more than enough. Then that didn't work, and y'all got James Hart. Y'all had all types of different iterations.
Yeah. So I think the Raptors lost out on that one. Time will tell. Whatever. The LeBron legacy is definitely interesting. Rich Paul came out and said, he wants a league-wide search. See what's going on out there. I think it's between 3 teams. I don't like the man. I've always been a LeBron hater. I'm sorry. Celtic for life. I don't know what you all want me to say.
But where's the but? Where's the but?
But, there is no but. I think regardless where he goes, how you going
to say what you said?
If the Warriors go get Anthony Davis and LeBron, I don't see that working out. If he goes to Miami, there's intrigue there. I don't know who's shooting the 3 ball. And if he goes to Cleveland, if you have James Harden on your roster, you're not winning the playoffs, period. I don't care.
I agree with that. He's another. If it's a duck, it's a duck.
So that's my opinion on it.
Yeah, so here we'll start from the top, right? LeBron announces today, which was widely rumored. We knew some shit was going on, right?
Yeah.
Really, and we can get into the Luka angle next because I think a lot of people aren't reporting on the fact that LeBron got kicked out of the Lakers. But
I love hearing that.
That's really what happened. We knew. We'll get to that. We'll get to it. But
signed his little boy though. He got the guaranteed contract.
Who? Oh, Bronny.
Bronny got a guaranteed contract. Next day,
no, you can't just be saying that. We got to verify that.
That was verified. All right, let me verify.
Yeah, you got to verify that because I haven't seen that. I heard about it, but I haven't really seen it from an official nowhere. And because I was praying, so only half of my prayers been answered. Then I guess.
Yeah, still got to deal with little baby.
No, because he gotta go. He gotta go.
He'll be in the G League now. I mean, like
They won't bring Bronny. You're done. Like fair fucking well, Bronny. Like seriously. But anyway,
Bronny James guaranteed for the 26-7 season has now been fully guaranteed. Yes.
Good God.
Instead of waiting him. Yep.
They're getting ready to trade him. That's what that's all about.
To wherever LeBron is. That'd be good for his career.
Yeah, he got to go. I mean, they about to let this little. First off, I'll be curious to see if LeBron really lets Bronny go. I've been saying LeBron's probably the most protected athlete of all time, but Bronny's probably the most protected son of all time. LeBron has not let him do an interview by himself, a podcast by himself. It's not LeBron, it's the team. It's Clutch Sports.
Yeah.
Because they're scared he might say something to fuck up one of their lies or one of their manipulations that they do. And they got to train and coach Bronny give him media training on how to wiggle out of certain questions, not answer certain things, the lawyer game, right? And Bronny's not all the way there. I remember they doing a post-game interview with fucking Bronny one time, and LeBron ran up to him and put an arm around him, start interjecting and shit. Like, boy. We haven't gotten to see the real Bronny James at all yet.
This is a grown-ass man. I mean,
that is a grown-ass man. It's sad. It's sad. Zach said, I saw it. It's verified. Bronny guaranteed contract. I joke about it all the time, but it's really sad. It's really sad. I'll be seriously thinking about it from Bronny's perspective. I think he might have got that white bitch pregnant, too. That's a rumor. Allegedly.
You've heard it here first from the Lord of Lips.
Allegedly. I'm just saying, though, Bronny's super, super protected, and it's really sad. But as far as the LeBron thing, like I said, he announces that he's parting ways with the Lakers. I am glad there's a lot of things I'm glad for. I wish I had my soundbar. I can throw the congratulations noise. But I'm glad that the man's leaving. I'm just sorry to tell you guys. It's been really a long 8 fucking years, man. It's really crazy to me. He's been on the Lakers longer than he's been on the Cavs the first time.
I did not know that. What?
Yes, dog. Yes. He's been on the Lakers longer than he was on the Cavs his first stint. Miami, any stint.
That is horrible.
Oh, yeah, he went back to the Cavs. He's ruining it, dog. If you go to, dog, here's what LeBron... I've been begging. Holden, if you're out there watching, please listen. Listen. Tell Curry to not let this happen. Okay? You don't understand. It's not going to be written about good on his legacy. LeBron James is, like Lane said at the top, all he's doing is diminishing it. He's just diminishing it. He does understand, but he clearly doesn't care. That part of your legacy, guys, isn't just about the numbers and what we can read on a paper. It's about literally the definition of legacy is how we remember you. Okay? That's the definition of legacy. What you leave behind, how we remember you. So if LeBron is playing the legacy game, which he is with Michael Jordan and Kobe and all the greats, dog, you're forgetting the main thing is how's this story end? How are you going to be written about? How do we remember you when you leave? It's not good right now. What part of this don't you get? You team hopping. You can go get another ring. Guess what? We're going to say you ruined it. You literally ruined your own legacy.
He pulled the KD because all 3 teams that he's looking at is contenders. So it's like, I think if he's going to save legacy, try to save face, I think he would have to go to Cleveland, honestly. I mean... But Miami is probably the biggest winner out of all of them. I mean, that gives him the best potential to win a ring, actually, would be Miami, in my opinion. But
I think he already ruined it. We both agree. But I think this decision of leaving the Lakers ruins it. Like, I think the only net positive decision for LeBron James at this point is literally to retire. I think he retired 3. There's a thing where
he wants that tour. He wants that tour.
But listen, I agree with that. But that's his one. I'm talking about what his need would have been for his legacy. His need would have been to retire 3 years ago, or after you broke this scoring record. Just retire.
Yeah.
It's about, bro. Let me see what Shane says. Speaking of legacy, let's wrap this NBA talk up. It's 4:44 day. What we think of we getting from Rick Rubin and Hov, and what the fuck is Hov rolling out? It's not an album. We'll get to that next. I got a clip. We'll get to that. Did that Elon Musk fake trillionaire thing spark him new hunger? Real shit. Hold on, real quick, Shane. He should have retired 3 years ago. And I think, dog, when we look back at his career and you go down his 23 years and you see Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland, Lakers, Minnesota, whatever it's going to be.
Got to be Cleveland. It has to be Cleveland.
It has to be Cleveland.
It has to be. I mean, finish at home, try to get the ring. They won't get it, but at least they tried. Got to be. Yeah. Bring Bronny home. That's the storybook ending. I mean,
that's the best, I guess, out of all fronted options. The Golden State is the worst option on Bron. It's the worst. It's the least return you will get for the highest risk. Dog, if you fuck this, if you go there and y'all fuck it up, it's even worse. But if you go there and y'all do win, it's not worth it. It's not going to boost you. It's not going to be worth it.
I do not want to see Draymond, Anthony Davis, LeBron. They said it'll be the oldest average team ever. Like passing Sacramento in 01 or 02, whatever. The oldest team ever.
Fuck that story. Stephen Curry and LeBron James cannot team up. This is the one thing we've been saying. Stop teaming up with your rival.
That is crazy work. I mean,
dog. He's like, well, they're older. No, it's not about that. It's about you ruining the rivalry, the legacy. You're ruining it. You're literally ruining it. And we don't care what happens. Y'all are ruining the legacy. So now when we look back, if y'all play together, it's going to be like, oh, they had a rivalry back in the mid-2010s, and they were the two best players of their generation, but then they went on to play with each other. It's like, that's whack.
It's terrible. Yeah, like, there's just
like Disney. Y'all got to come up with better fucking scripts. Like
Kobe is rolling in his grave.
Rolling over in his grave. So I'm glad, like I said.
Let me add one more basketball take before.
Don't forget it. Let me read this comment. He ain't going to Cleveland. He might legitimately kill himself playing with those low IQs. Either that or James Harden. James Harden's in jail. James Harden is fucking in jail, okay? He's literally arrested. He's all a part of that Drake RICO charges getting ready to come out with the money laundering. Dealing with that Harden dribble shit. But LeBron don't care. Please. LeBron gonna play with anybody that's gonna let him get his stats. I don't agree with that. LeBron's gonna try to pick the easiest championship balance.
Yeah, the easiest contender. I agree. He will go to. But they're saying LeBron has ruined free agency because nobody big has signed yet. Like nothing is happening. I've been on the X just waiting for something, and they're like, man, this is the worst free agency ever. Everybody's tearing up Adam Silver.
Well, yeah, I mean, LeBron just hijacked it. I mean, I didn't have zero plans on talking about the NBA today. Zip. And LeBron James' announcement obviously pushes that to. I mean, I wanted to talk about the Jaylen Brown situation, but this is the big dominoes because they're sitting there. They got us on everybody, the whole NBA world on ice that he might team up with Stephen Curry and Anthony Davis. Like, dog,
unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Shane wants to talk about Hov.
I've never been this supportive of Hov, man. I love it. Hold
on, you're supposed to be slandering him now.
Oh, my bad. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Let's see here. We got some BT awards. Here we go.
Everyone had the same experience except I was the one that could stay on the soapbox, articulate what we were going to do.
Without the pain, wouldn't.
So, pain, you don't say it's necessary, you don't say you need it, but if it's there, you use it.
Okay, so HBO looks like it gets a Jay-Z 8-part series coming in. When did it say? Can't remember. In fall, sometime in the fall. And Shane wants to know. I mean, obviously Jay-Z's rolling out. I mean, has that been obvious to everybody here?
I'm hoping. I definitely want the Jay-Z album.
Okay. So we know, I mean, it's the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. He's been doing some sort of rollout. I mean, he's doing the three days at Yankee Stadium here in a month. He did the Roots Picnic thing that shook up the
On
industry,
my birthday. Yep.
right? Was that on your
Yeah, we
birthday?
were supposed to go. Remember, it was in Philly.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And I mean, the train station thing, I don't know if anybody here has seen the train station thing, is doing like all this New York subway stations have Jay-Z's like career on the like TV in the train station playing all. And right now on YouTube, he's been streaming since last Friday. There's on his official YouTube page, it's Jay-Z Moments or Jay-Z something, and it's still on. It's been a live stream that's been going on for 6-7 straight days now, right? And it's just going through all his different moments in his career. So clearly, I mean, obviously we know the obvious is he's been promoting Reasonable Doubt 30 years all year long. But to Shane's point, a lot of people have assumed, I've told you guys on the last 2 streams, these big legacy or these big acts like that, a Eminem, a Jay-Z, a Beyonce, Taylor Swift, they don't get up and start moving. When you start seeing shit about them in the news and them on Twitter and them on doing little interviews, something is coming. Big artists like that don't get up and move without something coming. Do we agree?
Sure.
So most people assume that Hov has an album coming out. Shane wanted to know, what was your question about the album?
I thought he said an album wasn't coming.
Yeah, he said it wasn't coming. I want to know why you keep saying that. And I think one of the reasons you keep saying it, Shane, is it really, really irritates me. And it's got to do with the Drake thing.
Oh.
Shane don't want any more of the Jay-Z Drake thing, and it really pisses me off because it's like, boy, you see it coming clear as day. You see them getting ready to collide clear as day.
Well, you know, the Drizzler fans are going to give the same angle as the Kid. You know, oh, he's using Drake to get clout to sell an album. I mean, it'll be the most ignorant angle ever. But I could definitely see people trying to run with that narrative. I could see why Shane, as a Hov stan, he would not want something like that to happen. You know. You'd want that to be like a small part of the album, not like part of the rollout necessarily.
Well, I'm saying he don't want the collision to happen, and I'm saying the collision is a predestined course.
I want him to smoke Drake. I want him to smoke Drake. Jay, just prove to me you're the GOAT. Tell me, just show me you're the GOAT. Like, please do it to it. Do it to the kid. Like, that's how I feel as a Nas fan. Like, I'd love to see that.
And I also want to know, we hear now another theory out there allegedly is the Scary Hours 4 EP that Drake has been teasing or alluding to with the red button and all the real like Machiavelli type songs is supposed to drop allegedly when Sean Carter. It seems like we might be getting a little Jay-Z pump fake rollout to try to get Drake to drop. Drake apparently is going to drop this on top of Jay-Z dropping, right? To take the steam out. But allegedly, Drake is coming at Jay-Z full force. But we got to see, because I was going to ask, the reason why that just popped in my brain is I was going to ask, are we waiting? Jay-Z returned fire last. Are we waiting on a Drake response? Shane says it was supposed to just be a quick pow pow. He said, this is what he has to do to prove he's the GOAT. See, we ain't getting a new Hov album, guys. You heard it here first. I
don't think he's the GOAT. So, on a personal level, like, beat that bitch up,
You just want to see it for personal reasons.
For sure. Selfishly, for sure.
You want to see it for personal reasons. I want Shane to be able to explain. It's going to be hard in the comments to explain where are you getting that? Is that just an intuition? I'm saying what that has been done indicates to you that he's not dropping something. Because everything, him being outside, him picking out the hair with the fro, the Beyonce documentary, picking out his hair, now the Rick Rubin documentary, everything indicates to you're about to sell something. I mean, I know the 30-year he's trying to sell. He got the exclusive vinyls that he got his ass tore up about in Target a few weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? I know he's trying to sell that, but he ain't doing all this to sell that.
Is he past the Epstein file thing? I mean, this isn't still quality control, is it? I mean, he's past that, right?
The Drake fans will keep trying to attach it to him. They're not going to let him get away with it. They got that in their back pocket for when them two go at it. Drake has that in his back pocket.
That's the red button, you think?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've been saying that Drake is going to use this whole thing against. What's going to happen is Drake is going to try to Kendrick Lamar, Hove. It's going to backfire because everything always backfires on Drake. It's not going to work, and then he's going to be mad that we allowed. He's going to be confused on why it worked on him and it didn't work on Jay-Z because Drake just doesn't get it. He just never gets it. Shane said he's rolling out something. That's my question. I just don't think it's a new album. That's bullshit.
I mean, it's time for a new album, ain't it? I mean,
well, we know it ain't the Casino.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it.
We know it ain't the Casino.
I mean, Nas dropped like 7 albums.
And Jay-Z was due when that was had. I remember that conversation. A lot of people may not, but I remember a lot of the OGs saying, yo, ho, where you at?
I know Shannon is not trying to hear that. He is pissed right now down there in Houston. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm not trying to hear that, but at least 3 of those albums were pretty fucking good. Like, oh.
I mean, Nas has been outside. Nas has been outside. Shane's going to just little brother him and pass him off and stuff like that. Because I agree, Nas don't move the industry needle as much as Jay. When Jay gets up and move, it's a whole event. It's a whole thing. Everybody's locked in on it. Everybody's talking about it. When Nas moves, he still moves through he still moves through the core.
Yeah, I think he's more of a quiet, Jay is like that forefront. Like, if you ask an average person, best rapper of all time, like a lot of times they just throw out Jay-Z. I mean, it's just like, and I won't argue that. I'm not mad at that. But
he said this is a Jay-Z theme and Beyonce theme park. What'd you say at the end, Lane?
I don't get mad when people put Jay as the GOAT. I think he's definitely he's up there for sure.
He's worthy for contention.
So, I don't hate on that.
You need me carry?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Shane don't want to get into that, which I don't want to get into that either. Yeah. However, I will say the conversation was being had in hip hop. Jay, where you at when Nas was dropping? So to your question, Shane, I think this whole idea that because I think you're kind of alluding to the fact why Jay-Z got to drop. Like, I don't think he's dropping an album. He's above dropping an album. I think that he was getting ready to drop an album back then. I think people forget that 2024 fucked up a lot of people's plans.
Yeah, that is very true.
A lot of
changed the whole industry.
A lot of legacy. Look at Kanye West. Kanye done dropped 3 albums since then, been on 2 stadium world tours, and he can't get his footing. He can't get the buzz that he once had within the culture. It don't seem like you'll see Kanye doing something, but it always feels like that's over there. Like no one in the culture is talking about it. It's over there. And I think people forget that 2024 had that effect on the industry. It kind of like split it up and divided it. And everything since 2024 has been either about Kendrick or about Drake. We've associated with the murders of Carmelo Anthony, Charlie Kirk, Erica Kirk. Everybody is like, but it always goes back to Kendrick and Drake somehow. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I think that Hov was gearing up to drop something anyway. And if you also remember, sorry guys, I'm a little bit of a nerd. There was Hip Hop 50. And Nas showed up for Hip Hop 50 that year, and even the New York performance. Nas showed up. Shane, me, you watched it. We all watched it, not together, but we all watched it and talked about it. Lil Wayne came out. Nas showed up. It was a good fucking night for hip hop, right? I think they had Dougie Fresh come out there and beatbox. But there was a lot of criticism on where Jay-Z was at. Remember? there was a lot of talk on Jay-Z not being active for Hip Hop 50, and he was doing some other shit. And it's like, come on, man, if you're supposed to really represent this space and this culture, and you lean on it when times you're in trouble, like this Drake beef that you're about to get into, you're gonna lean on, oh, I'm a black billionaire, oh, I'm hip hop to the core. He's not. I know that's your angle.
That's why you got to smoke him, though. He has to.
But
I mean,
I'm saying you got Nas out there that really be leaning into it. My only point in this whole little segment is Nas did put a little pressure on Jay-Z to drop an album. That's all I'm saying.
I would agree because Nas did the 401k for the old rappers. He dropped the 7 old cat albums. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he won the casino bid.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
He won the casino
bid. Yeah, he got the casino in Queens. I don't love that, but I mean,
I don't love it either. But I'm just talking about if we're talking about their rivalry.
All right, so let me throw you a little curveball when it comes to Jay. What if, I think you might have mentioned this off the air, what if he's just trying to tag himself in for that halftime show? I mean, what if that's the rollout? What if the whole rollout is the next Super Bowl?
I think no one will be happier. Let's not lose our train of thought on that plane. No one will be happier than me if he does drop. But, man, I don't know. I listen to Hov verses. I listen to what he's saying, his tone and how he says it. I don't know what Hov has to say right now with 12 to 15 songs in 2026. I totally disagree. I think, to my point, Jay-Z's name been getting played with since the Diddy thing. I totally disagree. He has a lot to talk about. This whole notion that what can Jay-Z talk about, or are you saying in a song? Because that's a different conversation, right? What Jay-Z has to, I don't know if he's going to say a lot of this in a song. I will say I wouldn't mind if he got a lot of this shit off his chest. Jay-Z's been getting shot at by Nicki Minaj, Drake, the underworld in hip hop, everybody for the last 3 or 4 since Diddy, but even a little bit before Diddy. And Hov, me and you, Shane, just 2 years ago, we all got on here and said, Jay-Z ain't saying nothing. Jay-Z hadn't said nothing about Diddy. He didn't say nothing about Epstein. He didn't say nothing about Harvey Weinstein. He didn't say nothing about Nicki Minaj's attacks on him. He didn't say nothing about Kanye West, who attacked him for like a year straight on Twitter and called his kids retarded. Jay-Z has a lot to explain.
When you put it like that, there's a lot to say. And I mean, maybe we just get 8 tracks. Maybe we don't need 15. Maybe we get 8 tracks.
I'm just saying, I know a guy, Tupac wouldn't have let that slide. That's all I'm saying.
If you the GOAT, that's all I'm
saying. Pac would have got on a mixtape and tore niggas up for 8 songs straight. Now, one can say that's why he got killed and Jay-Z's still here. I understand that. I'm just saying, Jay-Z got a lot to answer for, a lot to talk about. We can't pretend like we exist in this world where the underworld ain't been tearing Jay-Z up for the last 5 years. He said maybe Jay-Z wants his own talk show. He can be on the fake news network CNN. Or that. I mean, the other. I mean, Zach's not off too bad here. There is a world where Jay-Z has derived off into the political space, right? A lot of people has associated with this whole Rock Nation allegedly controlling the hip hop and Jay-Z being used as a gatekeeper. That's been connected. That conspiracy's been connected heavily with George Soros. Right? And I mean, I can see a world. Jay-Z's definitely into politics. He does a lot of shit. If we get a quick 4-song project, then I'm with you. It's 8 to 10 songs at least.
If you the GOAT, GOAT.
It's 8 to 10 songs at least. Dog, he hasn't dropped and gone on 10 years. 444's anniversary is today. Shane's right. That was 9 years ago today. 9.
Damn.
I'm sorry. Listen, Hov, I don't think you retired. I don't think you walked away as the undisputed GOAT. In a lot of people's minds, you walked away as the GOAT. But I think still more people out there think that Pac's little iteration of a run, a lot of people are still going to ride with Nas being the GOAT because he has true longevity. Do me a solid real quick. Just pull up Roots Picnic verse real quick. Let's run through it real fast. Jay-Z can take over SNL on the NBC. Now, Shane wants me to pull up the Picnic. But fuck, Lane said something, and I said, "Don't forget what
Yeah, the
you
halftime
said."
show.
Fuck.
Could
Okay.
he?
Yeah, Shane. Hold on. Go ahead. Talk about that real quick.
I mean, if we're debating that he is potentially doing something besides an album, you know, obviously he's got the Rick Rubin, he did the picnic. Yeah, I mean, something is brewing, right? So maybe he wants to tap himself for that, you know, halftime show. I mean, we've had a couple rap stars. We had the one last year, but I mean, we've seen rap be the halftime show for the last couple years, and like we've never experienced that. So I mean, why would, if he's the GOAT, why would he not want the GOAT on the stage? I mean, but the
I
GOAT got to come
think
out here and fucking talk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that him. 1 second, guys. I think him being on the Super Bowl halftime show this coming year is a no-brainer. I think it's happening regardless. Shane said I could just pull up the lyrics, so I got it on the screen here. I want to finish this little thing. I think he's doing that regardless, right? Whether he's just promoting Reasonable Doubt 30 years, he's going to do that because he's really doing a greatest hits, a Jay-Z memoir this whole year, right? It's really for Reasonable Doubt 30, but he's kind of doing a whole celebrate my career thing, right? So I think the Super Bowl is going to work whether a lot of people think, not a lot of people, but some people think he might pull a Kendrick, where Kendrick kind of changed it up, where Kendrick could have done a greatest hits record at the Super Bowl, but no, he dropped the album right. Remember, when it was announced, people were saying, when's Kendrick going to drop? And a lot of people thought he was going to drop after the Super Bowl to get that boost, right? And Kendrick surprised everybody and actually did something we never seen. He dropped before the Super Bowl and then performed those brand new songs at the Super Bowl.
I don't see a world where Jay-Z drops new music and performs only new music, though. I don't see that at all. I think it would be like a compilation type show. What do you get? 13 minutes? You get like 13 minutes or something? Nah, hell no. We're gonna get like the well-known Jay-Z songs, maybe one.
I think we'll get one or two of the new songs.
If he drops. I mean, there's just no guarantee that he is going to drop. I'd love to see him drop. I don't really want to see him on the halftime show. Call me a hater. I don't want to see that.
That's hate. He'll put on
I don't know who I want more than Jay, but like,
hey, I don't see
he hasn't dropped new music in 10 years. Like, can this man really, like, he's got to
I think a lot of people, man, we talk to Holden and Lotarius and people like that all the time. A lot of people got Hov fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to him having records, now, listen, I got Hov. I told you guys, I got Kanye, Pac, and Hov over Drake in the verses. That's me. I think Hov's records stand the test. Hov has big records. Now, the Billboard charts, all the numbers and shit, we don't know about that. But I think the New York Knicks learned y'all this year because when they won that title, and you seen all 50,000 of them motherfuckers in the middle of New York streets shouting out Empire State of Mind.
Crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. You son of.
Who played that? But everybody was singing Empire State of Mind this year, right? When the New York Knicks won, right? In New York. People forget songs like that. Those are big, hard records to beat because they're so ingrained in the culture and the hip hop space, that numbers don't really do it justice, right? Drake has all the number ones, but I don't think some of his records sound good up against other monster records, if you know what I mean. His sound like, oh, okay, yeah, we like that record and we kind of was dancing to it, but they don't sound monstrous. They don't sound like, like Empire State of Mind sounds like an anthem, right? Not like us as an anthem. All right, is an
Jay can come out there and blitz for 13 minutes straight and just drop like the kids would be like, holy shit, like I can't believe it.
I forgot. Yeah, they would be like, I forgot about this. I forgot about that. Zach said Empire State of Mind is a great song. Exactly. So he got songs to do the Super Bowl, and I think, Jay can put on a great fucking performance. He's not as artsy as Kanye or Kendrick, but he spends as much money, and his shows are just as refined, perfect. The sound quality. He'll rap with no backing track. He's gonna put on a masterclass. But that's really what all the God MCs do. We seen Nas at the BET Awards this year, right? 50-year-old, 60-year-old. They old as hell, right? And Nas is out there putting on a masterclass, really on MCing, on mic check. He's controlling the crowd. He sounds good. The quality check is there. No, the backing track. I mean, he's really rapping. He's not missing a fucking word on a song that was dropped 30 years ago at this point, right? Yeah, 30 years ago. So I think it's pretty much expected. What'd you say? Yeah, I mean, I think Jay-Z's due. That's my bottom line. I think Jay-Z's due. If he was to be dropping an album, it wouldn't be the craziest thing. Like I said, he last dropped 9 years ago.
I think so. I'm running through some of his best songs. I think I'd love to see a Jay-Z halftime show. I can't lie. Bro. This would be.
Read some of them.
Huh?
Read some of them.
I'm just running through like his Billboard top ones. Empire State of Mind, that's number 2. What's number 1? Crazy in Love with Beyonce.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
that's a big song. Umbrella, the one with Holy Grail.
Yeah.
These are all. Yeah, I want to hear Dirt Off Your Shoulder. I want to hear some Evil. I want to hear some 03 Bonnie and Clyde. Like, bring out Beyonce.
Exactly. He could bring out Rihanna. He
could bring out Rihanna.
People don't understand how big that Rock Nation umbrella is, man. People forget he broke Rihanna is a product of Jay-Z, guys. That was his artist. That was his.
Yep. She was just a little girl.
She was just a little girl. That's a conversation for another day, but he did break her off. Pause. He broke Beyonce off for real, as big as she got. People be saying this the other way, but that's a topic for another day, man. That's a topic for another day, man. A whole Super Bowl 2027 is coming. We can book it.
I'm here for it now. I'm here for it now. I can't lie. I switched on the Gemini spirit. I'm sorry, y'all. I need it.
I think he's dropping an album. I'm sorry. I think he's dropping an album. I think rappers better get ready to duck. I think he has a lot to say. I think a lot of people got hope fucked up. See, now that the real MCs, they don't got hope fucked up. It's these vampires that Drake brought into this industry. These remix, all these DJ Academic people playing with Rock Nation. Y'all better be careful. That is the most powerful entity in this space. Now, if Aubrey and the Aubrey's Angels wants to go up against Rock Nation in the underworld, y'all have at it. I'm just saying, you better bring you and what army, because Nicki Minaj and Erica Kerr. I told you guys this year, months on, what Nicki Minaj is trying to do since she can't beat Hove in the underworld. She's trying to go team up with Trump so they can come down. We see the play, MAGA Minaj. It ain't gonna work. That's not enough. Mahadia said BS. He needed Beyonce. He needed Beyonce to fill one market, but Jay-Z controlled that whole cart. That whole cart that Beyonce was riding on, he broke her. The Beyonce being a billionaire, boss Beyonce, that is a product of Sean Gardner.
I think she helped him though. I mean, I think they both.
He catapulted off of her market. He needed the girls. He needed some of that. He needed that. Zach said Minaj is a joke.
For sure.
Beyonce helped extend. I mean, Jay-Z was notorious for leeching off. Bro, him and Drake is looking at each other. That we were on a predestined course with these two. Since Jay-Z told him on his debut album, hey, Drake, here's how they're going to come at you. And explain to him what was going to happen. And guess what? That same exact thing is happening right now. And Drake is finding out, is Jay-Z the one behind the scenes pulling on the levers, making it happen? Drake is not wrong in this whole conspiracy he has that Jay-Z has been sending all these other rappers to cap him off. That's the truth. I've been knowing that. Right? And we're on a destined course for them. He said, that is delusional as hell to say out loud, Mahadi. What the fuck? I wouldn't say that, Shane. We disagree with
people. Worldwide. He was definitely an MC, top-notch MC, but she took him like world. He's global. I mean, as fuck. I mean, everything.
Jay-Z was already global. He just didn't have a certain market. He had the girls in a different way, but Beyonce gave him a different crowd. I'll say that.
Wider crowd. Absolutely.
Yeah, a wider crowd, but the power, the moves, the Rock Nation umbrella, that was already moving before Beyonce thought anything. they broke Beyonce in. We seen Jay-Z take a young ass Beyonce and marry her. Really, there's some
For a
weird shit that
different
went on.
day,
But
Stefan. It's for a different day.
no, it is. I'm just saying, people are forgetting that Jay-Z is the final dragon in this whole thing. I remember because I grew up in the prime era of Jay-Z being associated with the Illuminati, and we knew that Jay-Z was the head of the rap snake during that time. We knew he was the figurehead of all of the underworld shit that was going on in hip hop. Everybody used to accuse Jay-Z of devil worship. It was Jay-Z. My grandma, my mom, and them saying that devil worshiper, they were talking about Jay-Z, Sean Carter. We knew he was going to be a billionaire and get rich. I mean, you seen it coming from a mile away. And he got Kanye West rich. I mean, let's just be real. They did a big stick up on the industry. Now Kanye decided to go DEF CON and kamikaze and jumped off the fucking World Trade Tower centers and 9/11 himself. Jay-Z decided to play the game, like Lane said at the top. Jay-Z still has played the game this whole time. And me and Shane talked about it last stream. He's one of Shane said he was the first rapper. I don't agree with that. Tupac was the first rapper I remember breaking the fourth wall, and that's why I've always loved Tupac, because he broke the fourth wall and talked about, like, hey guys, like, they're conspiring against me. I know they are. I'm playing a character, and they're not supposed to be trying to really kill me, but they are.
I mean, Ice Cube basically did that also, I would say.
Ice Cube did break the fourth wall. Yeah, Ice Cube broke the fourth wall. Scarface did no.
He wasn't that
Scarface told a lot of stuff.
like confrontational with it, I don't think.
Yeah, Ice Cube definitely did, but Pac did it in a different way. Pac really was trying to pull the cover off of certain shit, whether that be through interviews or song, right? Pac was just going forward with it all the way. So, but Sean Carter, for nonetheless, been breaking the fourth wall with us, telling us, guys, I'm doing this stick up on the industry. And he literally has told us on multiple songs, this is how you do a stick up on the industry. He literally says in Be Free, don't Michael and Prince me and yeah. They separate you when you got Michael and Prince's DNA. You know what I'm saying? Don't put us against each other. He's been breaking the fourth wall. He had Reasonable Doubt out in Blueprint already. Hard Knock Life, Friend or Foe, Eminem feature. Yeah, B was a plus, but to say he needed her is crazy. He was like the star quarterback in high school that got he's going to finish it. I agree. Jay-Z was already fucking Jay-Z. Baddest cheerleader. It was just like him getting the last Infinity Stone. I agree with that totally. When he got Beyonce, he made fun. He told everybody, I got the hottest girl in the game wearing my chain. It was like an Infinity Stone. He was like, haha, rappers, I got the baddest bitch. It wasn't like he needed her. He was already the guy. Him and Nas already had the spat. Jay-Z bounced back, took over the industry, was the boss of fucking Def Jam, was the boss. You know what I'm saying?
I can't argue that, Shane. I can't argue that.
So, I mean, again, people are playing with Jay-Z's name a little bit too much, or I think people are forgetting who he is. And I think he might have to come out and give everybody a little reminder. So that's my reasoning for an album, including Nas. Me and Lane, we're watching him and this Nas back and forth. They don't got beef. It's pure friendly competition these days. But it's still competition.
Right, because those are the two like, if there was to be a versus, like, there's always going to be Nas and Jay. That's always going to be a debate, And I think it's good for hip hop. I think that's good for hip hop. That's a good competition. I mean, you have two top level MCs, Jay-Z a little bit more worldwide known, Nas a little bit more underground. I mean, I love it. I think it's great for hip hop. For everybody saying hip hop died in 2024 or whatever, I say the opposite. I say the exact opposite.
I think it's great too.
So this would be Jay-Z's farewell album if he dropped, though, right?
Right. This gotta be it. Yeah, this needs to be it. This would need to be it.
All right, we better keep going.
Can't cancel me. I'm the answer, G. I don't talk for free. Marcy Projects, we did it. What up, Brooklyn? Yeah.
What the fuck? I didn't see all this.
They can't cancel me. I'm the answer, G. I don't talk for free. Marcy Projects, we did it. What up, Brooklyn? Yeah.
Did you hold on, I gotta pause it. Did you see anything from the BET performance or the BET Awards?
I mean, I saw I saw a super small clip of this. I didn't see him do that little half-ass freestyle, what the fuck ever that was. I didn't see that. But no, I didn't see a whole lot of it. I was busy that night.
But they said, "Oh, please, y'all do anything to admit, but to admit a black woman did anything for a man." That is cat, man. No, that's listen. Beyonce is powerful on her own, but I think Sean Carter. There's only one rapper I know out there that said on Hope did who made more billionaires than me, and I didn't hear anybody refute his claim. He's made Beyonce, Kanye West, Rihanna, and damn near LeBron all billionaires. That they're all under the Rock Nation umbrella. And Kendrick is right on his way, guys. So I would just say that I'm leaning more towards Jay-Z making Beyonce than Beyonce making Jay-Z. Go ahead, Lane.
I was just saying I don't like Kendrick being associated with that crowd, but that's just like a bias thing.
Kendrick better be careful. We can have that conversation. I'm glad Shane just brought it up. Kendrick better be careful. Me and you have had the conversation, on Squabble Up. He talking about the blueprint is by me, and we know Kendrick's close associate. I mean, a lot of people have already connected the dots. The Super Bowl, Jay-Z gave Kendrick the Super Bowl. It started the Wayne beat. We understand. Kendrick and TDE have been real close with Rock Nation for about a decade now. I used to see them at the Lakers games together, Punch, Top Dog, Kendrick, and then Jay-Z and Beyonce sit next to each other. And there's mad pictures of them out there politicking. And I think Kendrick better be careful because I do think that Hove represents the underworld. But one thing I think is really interesting about the Kendrick angle is his close proximity and association with the underworld, the Nas, right? I think someone eloquently pointed out that in GNX, the only shout out Kendrick gave, he didn't say anything really bad about Jay-Z. I think he gave Jay-Z a shout out when he said that on Squabble Up, IP, the ownership, the blueprint is by me. But he shouted out Nas by name and said Nas was the only one to congratulate him. And he called all the other old niggas agitated. So I think I'm really interested to see how Kendrick navigates this. Because Kendrick to me is in an interesting spot with Drake releasing Iceman, trying to blow the cover on Jay-Z's Hitmans that he's been sending over to him, and Drake trying to skip over the little man and get right to Hove. It puts Kendrick in an interesting position on his next move. Shane says, is this Hove album going to be a continuation of what Kendrick's whole idea of watching the party die? I think so, but I got to see, because the thing is, I think me and Lane think Kendrick was right and exact, right? I think Kendrick was right and exact. And I think he said, watch the party die, and we seen for a year straight. Everybody made a big deal a few months ago about nobody, a rap artist not being number one on Billboard for like whatever the number was at the time. And I'm like, yeah, that's what Kendrick was. They was blaming Kendrick for it, saying he ruined hip hop. I'm like, no, y'all can't take his. That's what he was saying on what me and you talk about all the time. Like, that's what he was talking about on Watch the Party Die. He was saying that side of hip hop, after I do what I do, after I take this step and do what I do, y'all are done. And he also talked about destroying and rebuilding on there, right? You got to burn it down and build it up. So I am curious on the second part to that. And I don't know if Jay-Z, I got to see where Jay-Z fits. So maybe it's a continuation of Watch the Party Die, but I'm not sure what side of the spectrum Hov be landing on sometimes.
I would push back against that. I think he may have a song or two in that avenue, but I think Jay-Z would very much be popping his shit, kind of trying to steer the narrative, maybe not a distraction necessarily, but trying to get away from some of the things that have come out the last couple years.
But what do you think?
I don't think the whole album would be a continuation of that. No, I don't agree with that.
What do you take a step further? What do you think the album would try to?
I think it's not a form of quality control. It's going to be this is my exit tour. I think he's going to pop his shit. I am the greatest of all time. I very much assume he's going to do that. He's going to have a couple legendary verses on there, but he'll.
A GOAT farewell album.
You said what?
A GOAT farewell album.
That's how I would. Yeah, that's what I think he would be dropping. Now he'll have a couple songs, a couple verses for sure. Conscious like song, maybe alluding to the party dying type deal, but I don't think it would be the whole album.
Right. The concept isn't going to be wrapped up.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I don't think that Kendrick would want to be his little crash out dummy either. Like if Kendrick kind of like, Jay-Z's the boss and Kendrick is gonna go attack Drake again or something like that. I don't think he would ever want to do that because you said Kendrick's kind of in a position now.
Weird
Yeah,
position.
I don't think he would want to, you know, do it like that. You know, maybe a younger Kendrick, but I think at this point, I don't see him doing that.
What do you think his next move is then?
Kendrick?
Me and you. I think me and you talked about the underground, right?
Yeah. I really try not to assume anything when it comes to that, man, because the curveballs are just ever evolving. I'm really not sure. I think he's gonna completely leave the beef behind. I think it'll be a concept album, of course. I think it's gonna push a whole new angle of his career. I mean, these are all things that we know. I mean, that if Kendrick drops an album, it will be that. Like, we understand that at this point. So that's not new information. But concept wise, I'm not sure. I am not sure what this man is gonna do. Can't
I
wait.
agree.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait. We'll see. I'm my eyes is laying close on it all, and Mahadi, if you're sure, I've also been waiting to see or hear from Beyonce. You know, this is the longest she's gone without dropping an album, by the way, too. And
TLC
I'll be
over
curious.
Destiny's Child any day. I don't want no Beyonce album.
You got to stop saying certain shit. I mean, TLC over Destiny's Child isn't a bad take, but no, it's not.
People don't like that. People don't like that take at all.
But I will say, I mean,
personally, I don't want a Beyonce album.
There you go. I'm just talking about power players on the chessboard. I don't be caring. I tend to agree with you. I mean, I'll listen to a Beyonce album, but I'm more so tuned into it to see what the moves are being had. Like, what is the purpose of the album? You know, what are they trying to accomplish here? And I'm just curious because, again, I think the Carters got a lot to fucking answer for. I'm sure Hov don't like this rewriting of history that 444 isn't a good album. Yeah. I'm sure he doesn't like that either. And that I've seen that narrative. It got a little legs, but not a lot of legs. Because again, I mean, me and Lane talked about this too. I really think that vine to that tree goes back to Life is Good. Sorry to start always bringing it back to Nas, but I think Nas really. I think Jay-Z, I remember Jay-Z kind of getting credit for that therapy run, and Kendrick ended up doing Mr. Morale, and everybody compared it to 444, or they would say, this is his 444. When Tyler dropped, this is his 444. So Jay-Z became the poster board for if you have a mature album, that's your, and people was asking for Drake's 444, right? But I really think that vine goes back to Nas on Life is Good. However, I don't. So I think that's where the legacy of 444 stands. I don't think people can write it out or write it as bad, even if they tried, because I was there pre 444 and I was there post 444. I will say post 444, there was a lot of maturity going on in rap.
I remember exactly where I was the day it dropped. I remember listening to 444 like 10 times the first day it dropped and just being like, wow, like, okay. And I've never been the biggest Jay-Z fan. So, like, you know, for me to say that, I remember 444 and be like, damn, this is nasty. I mean, I can't name every track on there, but there's some shit on there for sure.
There's big shit on there. So, yeah, we'll see. What did you think? Or no, you said you didn't watch the BET performance. I was going to talk about the Drewski situation. The Doechii and SZA situation, but I mean, you did hear, but you said you heard.
Yeah, I saw the Doechii little thing with the saxophone. The guy is just corny. I mean, I think he just needs to like sit back and kind of let people have their moment. Like, I don't think that was a good like.
Who are you talking about? Drewski?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a big statement.
I think Drewski's corny. I can't lie. I mean, he has his moments of being funny and stuff, but like, I just think sometimes. You know, he redid the church thing. Like, I feel like he probably should have came out with a new skit. You know, he did that well the first time, but this time it's like
he even did it after the first time he did it and broke off. He did another version of it like a week or so later. I remember, and I was saying then I'm like, oh, okay, like,
but the third time, I mean,
the second time wasn't good enough. He did more tumbles on Marcy Me than Pete. He was fucking Marcy Me up, bro. Marcy Me is a fucking master fucking piece. It's just topic for another day. But yeah, the Drewski thing is interesting. Obviously, we talk about watchdogs and stuff like that. I think he's clearly sent out by Drake. I mean, he spoofed the whole thing. We seen the little short clip, but really he was dissing Ho in this clip.
For sure.
I mean, the church intro, I thought, although he said, I saw Drewski. Who was it, Sonny? Was it Chad Allen Smith? He said, I saw a Drewski lookalike. I think the Drewski thing, the church kid is chewed gum. I mean, we're tired of the church kids.
Yeah, if you would have came out with a new creative one, I mean, that would have been.
No, just get away from that. That's done. That's done. You did
not
it.
the church thing. He needed a new skit entirely, is what I'm saying. Then he could have had more of an impact, you know.
Okay, yeah. And now the Doechii thing, I'm a little torn on. I'm not torn on. I understand both sides, but I think it's clear as day what that was all about. You know, I think Drake is we're living in the people keep asking me not how I feel about Iceman, but they're wanting me to acquiesce to this little run that Drake has gone on with the Iceman era that we're in, of him freezing the industry and all this shit. And I'm like, there's two things that I've lived through other eras, right? This isn't anything crazy to me. And B, clearly, he is on a 2-year campaign to rewrite all of everything that happened, right? Everything that he's doing is flipping narratives, lying, rewriting history. And I think Drewski and some of Drake's fucking proxies are a part of it, right? They're sent out to rewrite narratives or troll or do all the streamers and different people that Drake is all lumped up with. That's their job. The academics of the world. This is what they do. And so, I mean, I really think that's really where it stems from. He said Drewski crushed the BET Awards. Carrie was a great host. The church skit is funny in more ways than one. More importantly, it's culturally funny. The saxophone thing was culturally hilarious. Okay, Shane's always on the wrong side of history, so there's that. No, I'm just playing. No, yeah, I mean, there's some merit to what you're saying. I think this BET Awards was a net positive as far as entertainment value this year. I mean, I think the last two BET Awards have been really, really great. I seen Rick Ross saying that this was the best one that he can remember. I think he either said in 17 years or 10 years or something like that. But I would say the BET had back-to-back successful awards. It was just last year when it was in LA where Kendrick was there. Everybody was fucking there. All the big celebrities was there last year. Beyonce was there. Jay-Z was there. The BET Awards brought him out last year, right? Kendrick won all the awards again, came on stage. I can't remember some of the performers, but they did pretty decent last year. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Anybody got anything else in the hip hop space right now? I did want to say I was a little disappointed in hip hop. Are you unmuted? Okay. I was a little disappointed in hip hop. And we'll see. We'll see. I've seen a lot of the what is the word I'm looking for? I've seen a lot of the black blogs or media space or tabloids picking up, and I was kind of shocked at some of them, but even like Complex, TMZ, picking up the death of Mother Khadijah, and he said, and on top of that, you can't just ignore his 12 to 15 month run, whether he's your taste of vodka or not. He imposed his will on the culture. Yeah, Drewski definitely has imposed his will on the culture. I just want him to be careful from suffering the Kevin Hart fate. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Some hater ass shit.
They say it.
I just think that man is just like that Alfredo motherfucker. Same. I don't like it all. I mean, he's got some stuff. I like some of his takes.
What Alfredo?
What's his name? Anthony
Fantano?
No, he lives in Springfield. He's always mocking the Haitians.
Okay. I know you
Yeah,
did,
Anthony.
Harris.
Yeah. I just think like he's got a couple good takes, but they don't have a couple cringy ass. It's like I don't know, man.
You be thinking there's some misses
Yeah,
in his 12 to
like
15.
now.
Go
I
on a
think the
run.
first church scene was great. I think that was hilarious. He killed it with the Erica Kirk thing. He's had a couple great moments. I will definitely say that. But then,
Zach is going off on Kevin Hart. He said Kevin Hart is not funny and he's annoying.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lane.
But then we also saw Drewski and Kai Cenat, like, they were like mean mugging Kendrick at the damn, what was that, the
Exactly.
Grammys? Like, I can't remember where that one was, but like, he just like, I don't
It
know.
was the BET Awards this year.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I don't know. I think and like the church one this time was corny. He should have had a new skit. He flew in the same way. He had the red bottom. He was literally saying the same script. It's just like
He did some. He did the Could It Be records and shit on there. But what the fuck was I about to say before that, man? Shane got me reading that again, and I was on a whole other fucking topic. He said you can't say he does all the same skits. He literally has mad different skits. What's the other cringy skits? I think you're just saying talking points, but they don't have much truth to them. No, I said
it's opinionated. I mean, at the end of the day,
I think that the second. I mean, I didn't like the second church skit that he did.
that was the one with the car, right? He had the Ben, or he had like the crazy car and shit.
And I think there was some good ones on this, even this BET one. I thought there were some good ones culturally. Like I understand what Shane is saying because they're culturally cachet, like they cash in, right? They work. People are getting reactions. Everybody's sharing it. They're viral moments. Everybody's talking about it. But I think some of the shit for me be more up the vein of Kevin Hart. First off, you already know I'm really not a skit kind of guy. I'm not a sketch comedy kind of guy. I can be if it's really clever and actually funny. But some of the low-hanging fruit shit don't be funny to me. So, but fuck, what was I getting ready to say before Shane took me off?
He is getting mad love. He's getting mad love for this BT host thing. I will say, everything I'm reading right now is mad love. I mean,
yeah, we'll see. Maybe he gets a show on BT.
Can we agree that the Erica Kirk one was the best one? I mean, that was
the biggest. That was the one that just took him over the top. Got Elon Musk trying to. I mean, Erica Kirk begging Elon Musk to take it down.
God, that was iconic.
That was like the fucking straw that broke the camel's back, bro. If she would have convinced, if she really wanted to be a victim, she should have shot herself, at least in the foot. She should have shot herself somewhere.
Crying.
I mean, for real. She could have got it off. He said, yeah, but the second church skit is like you had a comedy set that was low budget, that popped organically, and then a big production picks it up to say, okay, now we're going to do it with money behind it. I agree. But that's my critique on it. But I agree. Good observation. I totally agree. And when, like Lane said, when someone does something like that over and over, now this is his third time doing it. It's almost like I feel about franchising movies. It's like Jurassic Park 10. It's like, okay, this is a cash grab. Like, okay, we get it. But what I was going to say briefly, I was a little bit ashamed of some of the hip hop space. Granted, it was a day before, but I thought hip hop could have done a better job, or at least one or two people, Ice Cube or somebody. I'm not calling Ice Cube out, but speaking on Mother Khadijah passing away on the Saturday before the award show, like I said, a lot of blogs, Complex, TMZ, a lot of places picked up the death and kind of covered it. And there's some nasty fucking comments in there, nasty hate in there. But there was a lot of love from our community on Sister Mother Khadijah, who passed away at 90. I want to give my condolences and prayers and love. I mean, this woman obviously has affected my life as well. Just being a staple. I mean, I was trying to tell people they have been married 72 years, which is longer than a lot of our grandparents have been alive. People don't realize that they're a generation over our great grands, honestly, right? They're in the 90 range, right? They're not our grandparents for real. My grandparent, well, they're mine. They're ours, but I'm talking about the generation behind us, right? Like, how old is your grandparents, Lane?
I got really young grandparents. Mine are like 66, 7. So, but I mean, my parents are only like 45. So I mean, they're like, you know.
But I'm saying for the average, the 21-year-old, that's real. A lot of people my age, a little bit younger than me, that's really how it be for them. I had old parents, and I really didn't realize it until I was in my 20s. That I'm a product. I come from. My parents were 60s babies. A lot of people when I was growing up, their parents was 80s babies,
Yeah.
and they would be having house parties and shit. And I'm like, me and my cousins who got older, like Bobby and them, their parents are a little bit older than my mom. My mom's the youngest, right? And she's a 60s baby. And growing up, I would go to other people's houses and see not their living condition, but just see the range, the level of different stuff that was going on. One of the perfect examples, like the Pretty Ricky verses that we just got, right? My parents, I'm telling y'all, there was a couple things that I literally was not allowed to watch, and it sounds corny. I was not allowed to watch. We was not allowed to watch Family Guy. We was not allowed to listen to Pretty Ricky. Like, you remember when you was young, there was these things that your parents would say that they were anti. Like, you know, all the parents knew about this one group because this group was classified as the bad group. You know what I mean? Or this game was the bad game, so your parents will say no to this. Y'all better not be listening to that Pretty Ricky. Shit like that. Y'all better not be playing that Grand
Pretty
Theft
Ricky was
Auto.
the one though. That was like the one.
Pretty Ricky single-handedly took the teenage pregnancy rate up by double. That was Pretty Ricky. Matter of fact, Keith Sweat got an interview where he talks about hip hop being ruined, and he actually blamed Pleasure P in that era of R&B because he said they started cursing and rap. Remember R&B, that the classic R&B from the '90s, the Kevin Campbell, Can We Talk, the Boys the Men, all that shit. It was Player, it was Shiny Shoots, it was P Diddy, but it was a little bit more church oriented. It was still a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then you get Genuine. Genuine kind of broke the mold where he's talking about raunchy shit, right? And then from a Genuine tree, you get a Pretty Ricky. I mean, you get B2K, but B2K was more boy band, P Diddy, elementary, middle school shit, right? Pretty Ricky was more, we're fucking in the car in the parking lot music. Like, that's what they're talking about in the song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like vulgar shit. And he said, hold on. I'm behind. I don't like people attacking Erica, but that's just me. Attacking a widow is fucked up, but that's just me. Hey, Zach, I agree with you if this widow would stay out of politics and stay.
Where them babies at?
Exactly. I couldn't watch South Park and had to play GTA on mute. He said, my mom didn't want me playing with guns, so I never had Nerf guns. She didn't like Power Rangers because she said it was too violent, but she let me watch Batman movies. Exactly. We all come, all three of us or four of us come, and Mahadi if you're on, all of us come from that era of parenting where certain shit was off limits to certain people's kids based off of whatever the parent thought. Those rules have been disengaged for the better or most part. A lot of these kids are tablet babies. You don't know, people don't parental guide their tablets. They don't know what the fuck their kids are watching. My parents did. I was not watching Family Guy and shit like that until I went to my cousin's house. That was the getaway. And I used to stay over Bobby and them's house all the time because that was my getaway. Me knowing anything about rappers and shit like that stemmed from me getting away. My parents really didn't play that shit. So I was saying, I don't even know how the fuck I got here. I was talking about Mother Khadijah, honestly. He said that widow is a witch, period. If this was the 1600s, they would have her ass burnt at the stake. Real shit. She's crazy. My mom didn't like GTA. She said if anyone ever asks you to play that game, leave their house. See? And I know Lane's story. Lane's looking like I didn't have that.
Dude, I remember watching Family Guy with my third stepdad at 7 or 8. I don't. My mom was a '90s baby though. I grew up with her. I don't know. She just.
That's what I'm saying. And my point in saying all that was Mrs. Khadijah, Sister Khadijah is 90 years old. She literally was born in 1934, right? And Toy Story 5 was very much about technology and the dangers to the children, for sure. So again, my point is they have been married 72 years, which is longer than some of our grandparents have been alive. They've been married. And the minister has lost that. And so I just want to, send my condolences and really pray hard, man. I mean, Lane knows this, Shane knows this. I've been talking about it for the last few years, my worry about him particularly, and some dreams I've had, and just how old he's getting, and my worry really about that whole scenario. And to see this domino fall was really kind of like sobering for me, for a multitude of reasons. Because I mean, he just lost brother Akbar. He's lost mad people just within the last year or two, right? And the other part of it is like, a lot of people know once you lose your wife. I mean, the story goes.
Exactly.
You lose
This
a
is
wife.
it right here.
You lose your. You know what I'm saying? You're not far behind a lot of times. Now I think God might have something else to say. I really think that other things might be in play with that, but I'm just saying it's sobering, and I think it's opening a lot of people's eyes to their age and kind of the idea in the post world, without, I mean, obviously her presence, but without his presence and his leadership right now. I mean, when you think of leaders in our space and our stuff, to me, the buck stops there. There's only one left, and he's the guy. So I just want to really, really, really send my prayers and stuff out.
And also the timing of all the geopolitical stuff going on in the world right now. It's like
that's a really good.
Alexa could get hit at any moment, dog. Like any day, that shit could go down. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, that's a really good point, and that's a rabbit hole to go in a whole nother day.
It might have to happen today.
All right, this is the segment, guys. We only got. I mean, shit. I was supposed to go on a walk at 8:30, but we got to do this. We got to do this. So for all my people out there that want to tap out for the political talk, now's your time to.
What the fuck? Oh man, political talk is on me. All right, so there's been a lot going on in the world. I'll talk about our country first. I think that it's no secret that MAGA has been dropping the ball this whole administration, and this, hold on, throw in the trash. And I think that this democratic socialism, I really wanted to talk to Stefan about this, and Shane, if you're still in here, this democratic socialism, I work with a lot of right wingers.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you left me at an awkward time there. I brought up the democratic socialism just because we're going into politics. We got to start with America first. MAGA's dropped the ball in this administration, in my opinion. This whole administration, right? Yeah. So the youth, I'm always gonna, I'm pretty young still. I think that anybody that did buy into that right wing ideology, maybe they didn't like Kamala, maybe, whatever it was. I think all that is going out the window with this presidency. So we're now seeing the democratic socialist kind of, Mike Donnie, he's really making moves out there in New York. There's a lot of movement. I work with all right wingers at my job, Navistar, right? They have been going crazy about this. And I honestly,
crazy in which way? You got to clarify.
I mean, they think this country is about to be thrown on their head, Islamophobia out the ass. I mean, like to the maximum. I can't lie. I've done a little bit of research. I'm still ignorant to the subject. But if we're talking democratic socialist instead of just pure socialism, I think there's a lot of benefits to that. I mean, I've always been power to the people over establishment. I do think that you need that for creative purposes, for, economy purposes. I think you need the ability to get ahead of your peers, but at the same time, I think we have a lot of homelessness. We're one of the top countries in the world, but we don't have the free health care, and our education system is shit. And college, I mean, this thing goes into effect tomorrow, July 1st. Trump is really limiting what student loans you can get and how much, and just the ramifications of that. I didn't read that comment. So yeah, I kind of want to get in, what's your take on that?
Okay. Let me hold on, let's see. What does Zach say? Sorry, guys, my computer died. The socialist shit is one of many reasons I got out of the Democratic Party. Um, so here's the thing. You know, there's a lot of stringent history on democratic socialism that spreads through better parts of South America, um, some in further eastern countries. There's examples of this, right? And what people's argument, like a Zach or a lot of far right wingers or conservatives would say, is that it's never worked. It never works. I mean, you think of the CCP being a branch of that, the Soviet Unions, just different other administrations, even some of Gaddafi's movements, Castro's movements. They've always been tagged with this. Let me see. Zach also said the one New York City woman said she wanted to get rid of prisons and the police. She said she wiped her mouth on the American flag. Free is never truly free. Sorry for all the comments. No, don't apologize. We appreciate
Keep
it.
commenting. Like I said, I'm ignorant to the subject truly. Like I can't come up here and be like I'm an expert here. I am just.
Here's the thing. Here's both sides' arguments, and I see them both, and then I'll give you mine. Right. Zach's point is true. We have to exist. Conservatives are basically saying, guys, we gotta exist in the world as it is, so we gotta protect ourselves as it is. We can't pretend. We can't live and base our country based off pretend worlds. Like there isn't other nations out there that will try to conquer our land or subjugate us to different things and stuff like that on the global market, right? Um, so, to Zach's point, that democratic socialism shit doesn't work. Democracy is not free unless it's protected, right? Somebody would um, would try to strip you from those rights if you don't protect those rights, right? I understand people making that claim, like we just take these rights as granted, like birth citizen rights. We're ordained for this freedom of speech and all these different things, but those are rights that we've had to protect over these years. Okay, slow down, Zach. Now let me make my point. The New York City woman wanted to end Western civilization, not even sure what that means.
So my pushback is whatever is going on right now, capitalism is not fucking working. Okay, the
Okay.
one percenters, they got all the money and all the power. As a poor little, whatever you
Farmer,
want to call me,
farmer boy.
what? Not yet. When I buy this farm, anyway. What we are like, whatever's going on right now in this establishment is not working. Our country is in decline. That is clear, right? I mean, the consensus. Okay, Zach,
Yep.
can you agree with that? So, the thing about a democratic socialism situation that is appealing to me is you still have the opportunity to vote your leadership in. So, if you vote the right kinds of people in, that buffer of everybody's basic needs are going to be met, but then you also have the opportunity for growth, economic growth. I think if you could find that sweet spot, there is potential in that system. But I'm quickly losing faith in whatever's been going on the last, since late 60s. What time period when gold was, thrown out the window? When we are in decline, capitalism is the top government in the world, but this shit's not working. So it's like,
He says Bernie said, I'm gonna break the cover off of that. I don't disagree with you. Bernie Sanders has been spouting the same bullshit for 35 years. The man is a broken record. Instead of complaining, he should have fixed them in 35 years. I I think he thinks that his way to go is the way to fix it, Zach. Now whether you agree or disagree, that's up to you. Here's my thing. I agree, Lane. I think the system that we exist under only benefits the 1%. I think the rest of us are all just used as energy and footstools for the 1% to catapult off of and get richer and richer. But I think that in order for the 1% or the elite to control the global market and control this whole system, this beast system that we exist in, capitalism is the way to go, right? I think democracy and capitalism is the devil's playground when it comes to that talk, right? However, I think when people say that there's been failed nation right now, like look up to me because there's countries right now that exist under democratic socialism, or just as recent as you know.
I know Thailand. I mean,
And I think what people's argument would be, even though they may not know that they're making an argument, is I don't think you can be the nation that we are and control the whole global market off of a democratic socialism society. I think these people literally want to dominate the whole global industry, right? And their means is to destabilize any other type of governance that could come and disrupt that idea. So it behooves them to convince us. Go ahead.
okay, so I'm looking right here at a list of the countries that are democratic socialism. We have Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Germany, Netherlands, Canada. We'll excommunicate Canada for now. These are all mostly European, happy, fairly wealthy. I mean, this list is not helping the case of what
Well, come
the
on.
negatives
Well,
of it.
what do you think the conservatives or people with a brain would say? How do you think that those countries are able to do that?
I mean, are they saying that they live off of NATO? Maybe. I mean,
And who does NATO live off of?
America. I mean, at least they did. Trump's
So
putting an end to that. We'll see how this
I
this
think
affect.
I
You
think their
know,
point though, Lane, is that in order for people to be cute and Disney like that and live that way, it takes a big backwoods America to defend that. Nobody's gonna come over here and invade fucking Norway or Sweden. So y'all can live like that and do that cute shit because of us.
I mean, Finland is in a peculiar position. Germany's in a peculiar position. I mean, I'm not sure what you've seen with Russia here the last couple of days, but they're definitely, they closed the borders to Finland. I mean,
I've seen that. They're
there's
they're
some
mad. They're mad
they're
about the
pushing.
news.
Yeah, so I don't know. These like when we're talking about overall morale, our morale in America is fucking dirt shit. So I I just don't know if this helped the case. I'm not gonna claim for Canada or France. Mm, the other ones the other ones look all right. I
But
want to
you
see.
really didn't answer the question on do you think they can exist without a big European power over in the Western civilization, which is us?
I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure honestly. I think there is potential for that if the American people voted the right direction. I mean, can we ever vote the right direction though? I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, everybody kind of says one thing and then they go around and does something else. So I mean, it's tough to really say. But I'm still going to stand on the capitalist system that we're in right now,
Isn't the answer.
and we're not going to survive. I mean, the deterioration of America is all over. I want everybody to have good, clean water. I want everybody to have electricity. I want the homeless rate to drop. I want healthcare to be lower. I want education to be lower. These are things that you implicate, and then your country progresses down the road. Everything being implicated right now, all the conservative views that we're being thrown around right now, I don't think this long term is going to help us much. So, like, I don't know if I'm trying to hear that. Like, so do I want to see us go completely democratic socialist? I won't say that. But I think there is some possible positive outcomes if we adopted some of those philosophies. I'm not sure if you can, but
And you're also saying at the top that a fraction of the country, which I do too, that believe Mandomini is basically the Antichrist.
yeah, I mean they try
They think
to.
he's going to implement democratic socialism here into America and spread Islam like crazy, like wildfire. They think he's doing a hijack, and
But
I think
everything
he is.
I've seen so far, they try to hate on this man this week because he jumped in that pool with socks on. Like it's just like the little petty things. I mean, I just don't understand.
I think that he's what they fear. And he's kind of like what Obama is, but you remember the whole. Go ahead.
I gotta go first.
All right. I think with Mandomini, the thing is, he's really likable. He's really too likable for a lot of people, where they don't trust his likability. They're like, something's going on with this, right? Too likable, right? His PR's been too good, right? He's doing all the right things. He's hanging out with the Knicks players. He's on the flotilla. He's riding around. He's doing the Stone Cold Steve Austin thing with beers. He's at great now. He's at Gay Pride. I wasn't wild about the gay pride thing. And then he's also doing the jumping in the pool. So it's like all good PR. It's all good shit, right? So far. And people are wondering when they're gonna get the blow from Mandomni. Like when are we gonna get the real thing that you're trying to do? Now we've seen in New York, the tax cuts, the budget deficit, being decreased, and him working on the national, not the national, but the state deficit, and all these different things that he's implemented that have seemed to work yet. But um, I think a lot of people's main fear is that eventually, and there has been rumors of him, running. Now, right now, it's not able to be done, but we've seen crazier things be done in the last, year, or last couple of years when it comes to um, the uh, the national elections. We've seen a lot of crazy shit go on with the national election. So right now he's not able to run for president, but I think that's a lot of people's fears that somewhere down the line this man is going to run for a position into the White House. And in that case, they're really, really, really afraid that this idea that he has will spread wide and thin into America. Um, you all right?
Yeah, my daughter's. I don't know what she's doing. I like the fact that he came out and said, "I don't want to change this. I don't want to be president." I
Right.
think.
But skip past that. Be, I'm not saying literally skip past it. I'm saying you might have missed what I was just saying.
I did. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was saying, Lane, there's a group of people out there. I gotta watch Mandomini too because his PR's been too good. So this is exactly what a
I
hijack.
always try to watch the bias. So I've also been trying to. Did you see about he froze all the landlord?
Yeah,
Like that gets dicey. I mean, I'm not sure how that
I don't
continues
care about.
to.
I don't even care about stuff. I don't care about active stuff like that he does. I'm talking about the PR shit where he was on the flotilla with the Knicks. Like everything's been good PR. He hasn't had one story out there where it's like caught you or what? Why is Mandomini doing that?
They're trying
Remember
to give him some guns and shit. I mean,
he exactly. He jumped in the pool. Then now he was at the Pride parade. It's almost like he's not leeching, but he's bending the knee at each different liberal group. You know, he's fitting in everywhere. He's doing the Drake thing. He's fitting in everywhere. And people like that, you gotta watch. Cause it's like, are you just trying to suck up this community that you're leeching off of vote right now? Or are you just trying to get good, be in good graces? Or are you really one of these? You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
I, I can't lie. I've seen a couple of interviews. I like the guy. I do. I mean, maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm just pissed off at MAGA. Maybe I'm just overcompensating for the bullshit I've dealt with the last. However,
That's my other thing that I love to talk about is that this is on MAGA. This is what you guys get. This is exactly what matter of fact, it's not on MAGA. It's on the last couple administrations, this tit for tat back and forth, red, Republican, Democrat back and forth, Obama Trump
yeah,
obsession thing that's been going on for
yeah.
now. This is what happens. You get a Mandomni. You get somebody that is excited to, that the people are excited for a change, a real change.
I
Like,
like I liked Bernie, man. I can't lie. I liked Bernie too. He was a
now
little radical.
see, you gotta stop saying you're gonna come off as a socialist on here. Everybody gonna call you. Oh shit, my comments. I did not. I'm sorry, guys. I've been missing all these
Oh
comments.
man, they're eating my ass up.
My stuff was frozen. Let me read some of these and we can get caught up with them. Okay. The Democratic Socialists are like the Joker from The Dark Knight. They want to upset the established order. They want anarchy. But Zach, I think Lane's point and my point is maybe that's good. Maybe that's what we need. Zach, I want to know at what point do you think that the government needs to be overthrown? That's the question you got to ask yourself because you're always fighting for the old establishment and old guard. But at what point do we need to say they are robbing us? They're literally eating babies. They're literally doing the most corrupt shit in our faces. At what point do you need to say, yeah, we might need to get a new government in there?
Not one thing that man ran on has been, truly accomplished. I'm just no new wars, Epstein list unredacted, fucking groceries going down, gas going down. I'm pissed. I'm pissed, man. What? I, the old way is not working. This is a new world. He's over here worried about the data center. Fuck that. I want my people up in Flint to get the good water. I want my homeless veterans to get a. That's America first. What? I just don't know, man. You're gonna have to convince me otherwise. Cause I
That's
just
so many other countries have rejected far right, left parties. I can't see it. Far right parties. It's better to be on the right now than the left side of the political spectrum. What do you both think is going to happen to Ohio and Springfield with the end of the TPS for the Haitians? That's a good question we'll talk about. They did the same thing with Obama, and we're still here. Um, could thing Madami can't run for good thing Madami can't run for president. Our country will go to shit if he was allowed to run. They would need to change the constitution since he was
our
born.
country is shit right now.
He can't
Right
do
now.
politics are not for me. Well, the Constitution does say he has the power to overthrow. We have the power to overthrow the government. Oh yeah, the Constitution been baked. Everything's been begging us to do it. We just are lazy and everybody's on TikTok.
As a conservative, what is your line? What is your when they come to your doorstep for your guns? I mean, that's always y'all's like go. Okay, they want my guns. We're throwing it. We're overthrowing it. What
Right,
is your
but
red line? Because I'm
they
almost there. I'm
I
put
I'm past there.
I just my faith is dead. I mean,
No,
the swamp was not drained. The fucking pool was not drained. Like the
no.
elites have not been exposed.
The
We're
fuck
not
that
America first.
they're
My
eating
bad. My bad.
babies. They're eating babies. That was my line. I told y'all 2 years ago that was my line. We were just waiting for the reveal, and we were talking about it then, and we knew what they was doing. But then they revealed it, and everybody act like they didn't confirm what we thought. No, I'm done with them. I'm done. Pack them up. They could never get anything out of me. Our country was best in the '90s. Let's be honest. Exactly, Zach. But he's talking about now. Like
That's not helping your point. That's not
you're
helping
saying our
at
country
all.
will go to shit. Well, what do you call it? I mean, what the hell? How much lower can we fucking go? We lost the war. Um, you
We're in
know,
denial. There's no transparency at all. Our president is potentially ill. He won't say that.
what's wrong with him?
He got these weird marks on. Tries to remain hopeful. The Lincoln Memorial pool was drained.
I
When?
seen that.
When was it?
Yeah,
I've been off. I've been off. I'm not. That shit.
it's a who did it
That
episode.
video they dropped. The video of the girl, she ripped off a little piece. Okay, but that was post all the issue. Like you could see the Coast Guard staring at the bitch. Like
I'll call a flag on the
it.
play, Donald Trump. Y'all are not getting away with. Y'all not going to distract us with another distraction. You lost the war. You lost
It's
the war.
crazy.
You lost the war. The whole draining of these memorials, I don't give a fuck. You lost the war, and the Epstein shit is back in the news. So you're not gonna get away with trying to distract us with another fun little story. Y'all did it with Nancy Guthrie, and guess what? No one's heard about the bitch since. What? You remember Nancy?
I don't remember Nancy.
The bitch that the old lady that went missing for a month, and there was a whole investigation on the
Oh
news
yeah,
every
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
day. Um, he
Trump will
said,
be
I had
dead by then.
predicted in December 2025 that Trump will be dead by the end of July 2026. We'll have to see about that.
He's
So
looking
yeah, as
rough.
far as we'll switch gears and get on the last topic. As far as the democratic socialism, I just think that that's always been a red flag for Americans when they hear that kind of term. We've overthrown mad governments that has tried to institute different things like that, except our European allies, which we end up protecting. And I think that by them practicing democratic socialism, it kind of just keeps them at arm's length from being an enemy for us, right? A competition for us. America, we kind of look at France and Norway and Sweden and them countries like, oh, like nice and cute, but no threat to America, right? No threat. They're not really on the global market, the world market as sharks. They're more like, fish. Zach said Nancy Guthrie is dead, Stefan. It was confirmed. I know. They just confirmed it. Um, finally. But so I think that I will say most of the Revolutionary Guard, most of the revolutionaries that have spearheaded the 20th and 21st century, the Gaddafis, the Castros, you know, Patrice Lumumba, all of them, they kind of practice, bits of democratic socialism where the people had a vote into the national elections or different elections and stuff like that. But they practiced they had the practice of some socialist ideas, right? And I mean, for some reason, that's always scared the Western powers. So I think Lane has a point in we're going to be called socialists or commies. I mean,
For
that's just
sure.
they're
For
going to just call
sure.
it, and they hate commies.
Yeah, that's not
Um,
good. But I'm not for communism at all. I think that you have to have a world trade. Like I don't think that you can just stay closed border and survive. Like I think this is very much like it has to be an open market, at least of sorts, Not every resource is in America. That's clear as day. So I don't think communism is the answer. I don't think so. Truly at my core, I'm like anti-establishment. I don't think socialism is the answer at all because I think you need to take power away from the government. But I just want everybody's basic need. I'm for the people. I want everybody's basic needs to be met first. Then whoever works hardest, whoever strategizes the best, those people can get ahead. I'm for that. But I think that we're the best country in the world. We have the craziest amount of homeless people. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. We have such a military complex that like our roads get skipped over. Our history books are not updated.
they want all that because in capitalism you have to have, it's the teeter totter, right? You have to have the poor. You have to have that in order to have the Jeff Bezos and the Elon Musk. In order for Elon Musk to exist, you have to have us. Um,
Yeah,
so I don't think that our government has ever really been in the business of fixing those problems. So I mean, I'm with you, but I'm just saying I think the American people have to make a decision. I think we keep being under the illusion that our government is actually trying these different forms of government for our betterment. They are not. What it Zach said, Lane for president.
right,
There will always be some
right.
socialism in this country. Technically, Social Security, Medicare, yeah. A lot of the alphabet agencies is a form of socialism. Firefighting, um, charitable 501c. A lot of stuff that we do is branched off of socialism. Um, he said Medicare, Medicaid is socialism. Lane for president. But my main point is that I don't think that our government is working on our best behalf, guys.
Put the lane for president up there, man. Come on now.
You don't want anybody that people say that they always say no. You should be saying no.
Hey man, we got to change a new leaf. This shit is not
You
working.
wouldn't make it out of the delegate. You would get murdered immediately.
Oh, I'm going up there. I'm slim. Oh, come on now.
That's so
Come
delusional.
on
You
now. This
a
is for a
lot.
different day. This is for a
Oh,
different day. Let me get my political speech ready tomorrow. I'll be back on here in
not
a
your
week or
way.
two.
You're a hopeless romantic. I will. If someone
Oh,
says Stefan for president, I
that
say hell.
that is hate.
We are.
That
What
is
do you
hate
mean? What do you mean? You're going up against history. We already talked about it. You name me. We think the position's poison. That's what you and I believe.
for sure.
So why do you believe that? And then on one hand,
We got to get a real ass person up there.
it
I'm
won't
born in
work.
America, the Midwest. You feel me? You see
No.
me? All right.
See, I'm so done with Americans. Y'all, we be confused. At one minute you're saying let's overhaul the system, then on the other minute you want to put somebody in the position of the same
I
system.
want the
No,
betterment
the
of my
system
people.
needs unplugged. I am Neo.
Okay.
I am
All
Morpheus in
right.
this
Hold
case.
on. Hold on.
It needs unplugged.
Hold on. Shut up. So we can unplug completely, right? So water, electricity, trash, everything's down the drain, right? So what are you doing with that, Stefan? I mean, like, well, let's unplug. What's the next move?
What do you mean?
We unplug. We overthrow the government. What are you about to implicate? What are you about to? You're saying you got to overthrow the whole thing. What's your answer then?
To the hereafter?
Yeah. We're just the Wild West? Like what?
Nope,
Give me an answer.
I can't. I will here in a second. Let me read this.
Sneaky little.
Hold on. I don't want to be president, though. Everyone in high school called me future president. That's
You could be in
okay.
my cabinet. You could be in my
Yeah, you could be
cabinet.
in the cabinet. You could be a diplomat, Zach. You can be like in charge of calendars and scheduling or something like that. He's really good with memory, like
I'll put
dates.
you a little higher than that, but I
I
mean,
mean,
we
no,
have literally clowns right now in the cabinet. So I mean, I'm sure Zach can take a bigger
I'm
role in
talking
the fucking
secretary.
count.
I'm talking about secretary of state, like in charge of the president's agenda and shit like that. He said monarchy, king land. I'm just saying. You asked me about the hereafter. Well, what's really interesting is this weekend is America's 250th birthday. Right, and I do want to go see this George Washington, young Washington movie. Um,
When's that drop?
this weekend for July the 4th. And I want to see it because I want to know. I mean, what did the founding fathers have in mind when George Washington wrote it? I mean, what did they have in mind? Right, they just wanted freedom. They fought it. They, you throw a rock in the dark sometimes, hoping for something on the other side.
They overthrew a government. Well, they took power away from a government for taxes, a tax percentage that is literally way less than what we pay today.
What? I mean, it's not even close.
So it's like, come on, conservatives. Like, what? When are we gonna pull this out? But fuck that.
Conservatives don't, but they're not. Conservatives get caught up in their own vomit when it comes to this because they don't understand the same thing that they think that they're in support of conservatism, conservative American history and rights, and the Constitution preserving that. They don't understand that that same idea is what the forefathers and founding fathers fought against to
Yeah,
get to birth America in the first place.
yeah,
So it's a whole conundrum. It's a snake eating its own tail with them, where on one hand they support the founding fathers, but they don't support the founding fathers' origin story.
yeah.
you
Which is
know,
very, very interesting.
they
I
don't.
want to see that movie too. You want to go Sunday?
Well, we'll talk about it off air.
All
Talk about
right.
it. But fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah, we'll see about your socialist take. I think it's really, really something to keep an eye on, Mamdani for. Real quick before we get off, we got 10 minutes. Let's talk about the war real quick.
So our base in Baghdad just got attacked about an hour ago. So I mean that's developing news. Trump said about 53 minutes ago, Trump's weighing a return to all-out war with Iran, or yeah,
Good.
or should he keep the diplomatic talks for now, or just go all-out war? I think he's. I don't. I think at some point we will get back to that. I mean, it's clear as day that this is not very peaceful, and neither side is really holding up their end of the bargain at all. So I don't know. I think we're there. Oh yeah, we got to talk about that too.
We'll talk about what Zach said.
The Haitian stuff in Springfield.
Okay, carry for me for a little bit with this war thing because I'm trying to get back on my computer.
Okay. So yeah, so basically I think that the war with Iran is only a matter of time before that is alive and well again. I think we will be fully, busting back. And Bibi Netanyahu came out today or yesterday, and he said that he no longer wants the U.S. Financial backing, like after 2026. He no longer wants the financial backing that America has provided. I think that's a pretty wild claim for a country that small, but they also say that their economy is now, next level. So, I mean, if I'm American first. So I would love for some of my tax dollars to stay and help my people, what I've been spewing about the last 45 minutes. So, I mean, I'm not against that at all. It is nerve wracking to see that separation continue, now from both sides. We've heard about the Trump kind of cussing BB out on the phone, and now BB saying, "Oh, fuck your support then. We don't want that." Obviously, it's going to be harder for us to stop bombing Lebanon so we can fucking keep this peace deal going. But ultimately, I think that it's inevitable. I think Iran holds all the cards. I think Trump is going to do whatever he can to save his face and look decent, even if that costs us, even if that creates a forever war for the next 5 years. I think Trump would sacrifice that to make himself look better, which I think is too late. I think it's too late for him. I think he's fucked it up. I think he's fucked it up for the Republican Party as a whole. Well, he should lose if it's a fair election. What the fuck is that noise? If it's a fair election, he will lose, in my opinion. I don't think his percentage of being liked is very high at all. And the Zionist regime needs to get stripped completely, in my opinion. But can they hold that election if they are in an all-out war with Lebanon? If they're very much trying to get that, the Greater Israel plan that it's been well documented all over. If that is the pursuit, can they hold that election, Zach? I'm not sure because that's like the Zelensky angle. I mean, hopefully you comment real quick. So I don't know. There's a lot of nerves when it comes to that. It's a very sensitive part of the world, huh?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, all right, I'm back.
It's very.
Go ahead.
Are you good?
He said so. Israel has the Knesset. I mean, I think that's in October or September, and BB's not looking real good.
Yeah,
To Lane's
that's
point,
what I was talking about. Could you hear me?
yeah, I was able to hear you.
Okay. All right, you go.
But I mean, did you? I didn't hear. Did you talk about BB wanting to? And I gotta remove this from the screen because we look small. Did you talk about BB wanting to wean himself off of the American?
Yeah, I talked
Plan?
about that, and I talked about how we now have it from both sides. The separation, Trump cussing BB out, BB not wanting the financial backing anymore, which I said was kind of crazy for a country that small, but they claim their economy is that high. But I don't think the Zionist regime is favored. So, and the question was that I dropped for Zach, he hasn't answered yet. Can they hold an election if they are in all-out war? I mean, they're not
No,
leaving. That's what I thought. So, just like Zelensky, that
just like
that will
Zelensky.
not happen. That's not going to happen, in my opinion.
No,
But
and
because if there is a fair election, he is booted. I
and
promise.
they've been stifling this. He's posted. He's 2 years overdue. He's been
Yeah.
supposed to be done, but
And the Greater Israel
he's
is
facing criminal charges that they've been trying to get passed, and he's been working with Trump. Remember, Trump tried to tell the Israeli president to pardon Bibi a few months ago, and
crazy work.
yeah. So I mean, there's the whole Israel angle, right? Which I think Israel's really the core crux of what we're dealing with. Obviously, with the Iran situation, they're the ones that is kind of the reason why this MOU is falling through right now is because Israel won't stop bombing Lebanon. So I
also said that I think that, with Iran holding all the cards, I could see Trump putting us in a 5-year war trying to save his face versus admitting defeat and just kind of cutting loss. You know what I mean? So I think for his massive ass ego, he will continue to do what he has to do to try to look better in our eyes.
I think
I think it's too
America.
late.
I think we've been trying to get a what is it called diplomatic. We've been trying to come out with a diplomatic win in this because we've lost on the world stage. I mean, most people have conceded that we've lost this war, right? Iran clearly won the MOU, the 14-point peace plan deal. At least if I said 12 points was all for Iran. If you want to say 7 or 8, any more than 50% was in favor of Iran. Iran got the better end of the MOU, right? Everybody pretty much agrees with that.
Consensus is for sure.
Yeah, they control the Strait. They didn't control it before. They're getting frozen assets that they didn't have before. A lot of shit that they didn't have
They
before.
still get their missiles. They get to keep their missiles. Like,
So
can we applaud Obama again, please? Like, I don't understand.
What them closing the Strait off this week and then it only tells me that they're operating out of leverage. The fact that they keep anybody that has hey baby, what are you doing?
Nothing.
She's bored.
Oh, tell your dad to turn on a movie for you.
She's watching something in the room, man. She's fine.
And it's for babies.
It's for baby. Well, go change it. All right. I'll be back.
Go ahead. I think that them operating out of Zach says Trump hates to lose and he will never admit to defeat on anything. I agree with that. Trump, that I think that's really kind of some of his problem. He'll never just admit that he lost or someone got the better end of him. I mean, that's what he does. He's part of showbiz, right? That's the Trump Towers. That's the big braggadocious Trump emblem. His logo, his whole moniker is I won, I'm better than. So yeah, he'll never admit defeat. Um, now
Ruining
to
the Republican Party completely.
Now, to what Lane and I were just saying, that I think the fact that Iran is willing to continuously block off the strait during this they said that Lebanon is in this agreement. Remember, it was a whole argument for a few days whether that was true or not. Turned out Iran didn't lie. Trump and them lied. Lebanon was in the agreement, and Iran has done nothing but prove to us that if Lebanon continues to be bombed, they will fuck up the MOU every time. That tells me they're operating from leverage. Go ahead.
I also think that Iran's been fairly, diplomatic.
Yeah,
I think they could have done more. They could have pushed the needle a lot harder if they wanted to.
I
I
agree.
think they've been, I'm not going to say completely fair, but somewhat fair. I mean, we did kill the Ayatollah on like the second day.
Yeah.
They could have just, oh, fuck it. Like,
Oh, they've been begging. They keep threatening. They keep saying, "Dog, we're not going to keep." Bro, they have met at the table and walked out 3 times within the last week or 2 weeks, where they meet in Doha and talks blow up, and reports come out that talks blow up, and then they're shooting at each other in the strait, and then on Friday, Trump announces that everything's all right for Monday markets. It's the same cycle every week.
fuck that stock market, bro. I am so sick of these games. Like, the jig is up. This man,
Every
his
week.
tricks are dead. It's
Every
literally
week.
insane. And the youth, like I said, I've been saying this whole time. The youth is seeing this shit now. The Republican Party will die because of Donald Trump. Back in the 80s, 90s, when he said, if I ever ran, I'd run Republican because, I
They're
could
the
just.
dumbest people.
Bruh, the
He
jig is
said
up. Zach, I'm
Trump.
sorry.
He said Trump won't stop bitching about 2020, and the media won't stop bitching about January 26th. Yeah, Trump won't let shit go. That's his problem. And me and Lane talked about on here how to defeat a Kendrick Lamar or a Gemini, and we came up to the conclusion that you got to turn them against themselves a lot of times. That's the only way to defeat them in some. But if you make them eat themselves, they will, because they could contradict themselves a lot. Trump gets caught up and he just gets confused. I think he just does too much. I think the way to fuck a Gemini up is put him in a box. You put a Gemini in a box and leave him alone.
Can't
They'll
do
self
it.
destruct.
Can't put me in a box.
You hate it, right? Exactly. Exactly.
I
So as
don't like
long
being compared to this man, though.
I'm
All
just
right.
saying,
There's plenty of great Geminis. Don't. Come on,
great.
bro.
I think Trump is a great Gemini. I think he's going to represent. I don't great again. Great isn't parallel with good. Great just means we remember you.
Mm. He'll be remembered, that's for sure.
Exactly. Hitler was great in that sense. He's a great name.
My baby fell off the bed.
Oh Lord. Um, so yeah, we'll see. Lane agrees that he's clearly doing Monday market manipulations every Friday. We'll get something else out of the Trump administration on Friday saying that everything's good. Iran's begging to come back to the table. The oil markets will go down to $77 a barrel again. It's the same old thing. Trump's getting rich on crypto. He's getting rich on the oil. Come
We
on,
got
and this is what I try to tell
we
Lane
got we
about
got a
the
couple more topics to talk about, is what I'm saying. Like, we
do
hash
we?
Trump all the time. Cuba, the Haitian situation.
Cuba.
Bro, yes. They are killing them people down there. Okay. And now supposedly Cuba has their hands on 300 to 400 drones from Russia,
Allegedly.
allegedly, but they
Just say
did
it.
get
You
they
gotta
did
say
get
it.
100,000 gallons for sure confirmed from Russia. I don't know what else could
Allegedly.
be on that boat. No, that's confirmed. They could
I'm not
actually.
you gotta say allegedly in the media game or they can see you.
They can't sue me for nothing. I ain't done nothing.
Allegedly.
All right, allegedly.
But you can make a face so we know it's not allegedly. But go ahead, cook.
You know, so I think that what's happening down there in Cuba is pretty crazy. I don't know if it's a power push. I don't know, but if you put a dog in a corner, eventually he's gonna bite back. And you know, my sister lives in Miami. You know, maybe I'm selfish, but Cuba was completely no. Cuba was completely isolated to this point. Um, you know, there's a barricade basically around Cuba. Venezuela was their oil out. That's how they, you know, survived. And now generators is out. They're saying
Yeah,
people are
there's a
dying.
whole
The ventilator
embargo.
people are dying.
Yeah,
You
there's
know,
a
they
whole
cannot
embargo
keep
on
their
Cuba.
country. Yeah, they cannot keep their country running. So Russia got through our barricade supposedly or whatever.
Yep.
And helped it, and all these things turned back on, but they only got supposedly 100,000 gallons of fuel there. You know, so these are our fucking brothers. Like Cuba is our brother. This is our Western Hemisphere. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the word of the day,
Is allegedly.
allegedly, man.
But yeah, I mean, Lane's exactly right. I mean, hands off Cuba movement is up and popping again because I mean, I told you guys. Now I did take a few months off, and I apologize. But during the Trump Maduro situation, I told you guys this was all. I mean, since 1959, since the Cuban Revolution, um, since the Cuban Revolution, we've been trying to get back. We've been trying to get at Cuba for a long time, right? I mean, whether it be through their oil exports, embargoes, sanctions on oil. I mean, sanctions on Cuba. Um, all the operations we've done in Cuba, the missile crisis, the Fidel Castro assassination, the Batista overthrow. There's been a lot of meddling in Cuba. And I mean, even you think of Havana, you think of what was it that Trump was trying to not the Gulf of America? What was the fucking port he was trying to steal?
Oh, I mean, all the way to the Panama Canal.
Panama Canal.
I mean, that's south. That is south. Like
this
Cuba
whole
is like a rock throw away from
for
America,
sure,
90 miles. Like
for sure. But this is war against South America, is what I'm saying. This has been we've been stealing. I mean the amount of shit that we've done with territory. Go ahead.
And you know, the big contradiction, of course, is we don't want Russia to invade Ukraine, and we don't want Taiwan to go, right?
And look at how we
Taiwan's our
treat.
big,
Yeah.
but we over here doing all
Treating our
kinds of
neighbors,
shit.
treating our
Doing
brothers and sisters crazy,
Yeah, it's like
stealing their bananas and their sugars.
Canada, Mexico, Cuba, Venezuela, Colombia, they all fucking hate us right now. And that's just getting started. I mean, these are
Mm-hmm.
all our neighbors. This is not a good
Mm-hmm.
place to be. This is not a good
Mm-hmm.
place to be. You want to talk about not being socialism or communism? We're going to have to fucking turn into that if we keep acting up. Like, I'm just saying, these are our brothers. I am for the people, all people. I don't see skin. I don't see country. I want people to make it. I want children to make it. To see these things. We are the world's big brother. We always been, right?
Read it out loud if you can see it.
Cuba and Vietnam. We killed the leader of South Vietnam, and then the country went to shit. Then we lost 58,000 in a dumbass war. Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. It's
Yeah,
just
I
like
mean, we
history repeats. It's like
nonstop been meddling in other countries like that. To fair, what we try to do is keep diplomat. We try to be their friends, but we want to steal from them at the same time. And then if we get if our hands get caught in a cookie jar, then we do covert operations to go in and destroy their leader, accuse them of being dictator, all types of shit.
exactly what France is about to do to your boy in Africa. What's his name?
Ibrahim.
Yep, exactly. They came out this week and said, should we retaliate? Retaliate
Exactly.
for what? The people don't want to be colonized anymore. Retaliate for that? That what the fuck? What kind of first world country shit is this?
Be more specific. Blow their cover because you're speaking in coded language.
So France basically took all of, I think it was gold, and there was something else in this very small country, and France has had control of it for, you know, probably
For hundreds of years.
hundreds of
Yeah.
years. And Ibrahim,
Mm-hmm.
he basically kicked him out, and he said, fuck that. We don't want any loans. We don't want any help, nothing. We got it ourselves. He started investing in infrastructure, and the country has inclined. I mean, it's progressed. I love to see it.
And
We
they're
saw
gonna
it with
Muammar
Gaddafi,
and I told you guys for months, they're gonna Muammar Gaddafi him if we do not speak out about it.
but it's
If
gonna be
we do not,
France. France is
huh?
gonna do it. France is gonna do it. They're gonna whack
Yeah.
it. It's. I'm calling it. I mean, it's sad. It's sad as fuck. But
Now they won't be able to do it if we don't let them get away. That's why I be trying to tell people you gotta ring the alarm. We gotta, bro, if it gets loud enough and gets to the boss's desk, to the news stations, and they cover it, if we make enough noise as the people right now, blowing their cover, saying we see what y'all about to do, they won't be able to do it because then we're gonna know y'all did it.
But Hillary said, "We came, we conquered. He died, or something of that nature." That is the most blatant, like, admittance to murder as possible. I don't believe that even if we got it to the big man's desk, that it's gonna matter.
But you're talking about shit she said after the fact.
Like right after, yeah, like right after. That is an admit.
Okay, but
She hung
I'm
herself
talking
on
about
evidence.
listen to somebody that was there when Gaddafi was getting lined up. What I'm telling you is we have to blow people's cover. That was not being done with Gaddafi. People post existing the Gaddafi. People just came around to the Gaddafi world on knowing what he was doing. When he was doing those things, it was not highlighted, is what I'm trying to tell you. He was looked at. The American people looked at Gaddafi. If you said Gaddafi in 2012, he was an evil dictator who killed his citizens. That was the narrative. Okay, that's what they do.
Sounds like a
They have
right
to
wing.
they ruin you in the media first, so that way when they go in and kill you, they can justify it with the American public. Okay. My point is with Ibrahim, we can't allow them to do that. We have to highlight the good he's doing. We have to wave the white flag. We have to tell them, hey, we see y'all are stealing his gold. I share the link of that story because what you just said is accurate. Ibrahim is something called persona non grata, where he kicked France people out of the country and said, we do not want any help from you guys. We got it.
Sounds very American-esque, does it not?
Yes.
George
My point
Washington.
My point is, though, we have to use our voice and our platforms to share those stories so that way they can't smear his name to where when they go in and try to kill him, which they've already tried assassination attempts. I think he's been the most attempted. He, you can fact check me real quick if you can. I think he's had the most assassination attempts on him. Period. Ibrahim Traore already. Remember, I mean, they hired Michael Langley, the black member of the black general last year, to go in and try to kill him, and that was fucking crazy. Um, but I mean, as far as we were talking about the, because how did we get on the Cuba thing? Um, yeah, this administration has been an ultimate failure. I also seen that they're doing a whole bunch of congressional hearings on MK Ultra now. So like they're pulling out all the stops. All America's secret files have been being released this whole past couple years. The Epstein thing, the alien thing, and MK Ultra, CIA, different shit, seed clouds, all types of shit, right? You got the Bill Gates situation with the vaccine. I mean, Anthony Fauci and the vaccines, Bill Gates with the medicine, and all this shit is being exposed.
There has been at least 18 up to 30 assassination attempts on this man since September of 2022. That's like every 3 months or something. There's one. It's like
And you
that's
see, you see what I'm saying? Like the American people don't know that. They don't. We don't even know that, right? And this is the type of stuff we have to highlight to show people that this isn't who they're going to demonize in the public and then go in and kill them because they're clearly trying, guys. They've had the CIA involved. I keep up on it. You know what I'm saying? They're trying. That's why he instituted persona non grata, where he just said, we don't want any diplomatic relationships with France or any of their members. They're not allowed to fly over here right now because there's been so many assassination attempts. He don't know who to trust. They try to infiltrate his security council, all types of shit. And I mean, this is what the CIA, this is what they do. You know, they know how to destabilize these countries. And the thing is, the CIA will release documents. We know the American people found out in like 2020 that, hey, we actually have an intelligence agency that destabilizes countries. I remember when we found that out. And then when we talk, we forget that that's what they do. It's like, no, this is what they do. They told us they destabilize countries. Then we seen one in real life this year. That was really good for the American people. Us seeing the Maduro thing was good because the American people, we had not seen, we've seen it, but we don't remember Gaddafi. Fidel, remember me and you looked at Fidel Castro died in 2013. Our people don't remember it.
I
Right.
thought it was way earlier than that. I can't lie. I thought it was like
They
oh
be killing
six or
these
something.
leaders in our eyes and getting away with it. Man, Saddam Hussein was 2006 or 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They hung that man. They sodomized like put shit in their ass. I mean, they did rape them, and I'm being serious. And they did it in the 2000s with cameras, with the world watching. The thing is, they're able to get away with it because they're slick. The first thing they do is what they did with P Diddy, what they did with Michael Jackson. What they slander you in the media first, so that way we attach your name as an evil villain. So when they go in and do their operations, we're like, we don't care. That's what they deserved. And a lot of times it's not the truth. We found that out with Gaddafi. We found that out along the way with a lot of fucking leaders that they've demonized in the past. Jesus is one of them, by the way, guys. Jesus himself. You know, they make holidays about him now, but while he was walking, they literally was trying to kill him every fucking chance they got.
Mm. Yeah, I said a whole lot. Might get jumped at work tomorrow. I might have to jump up off of here, man. They might tear my ass up tomorrow. I can't lie.
Yeah, he said Fidel died in 16. Yeah, he was old as fuck. But yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, look at all the. I mean, the hey, me and Lane was covering um Assad from Syria. What happened? He fled. The last thing we heard, he fled to Russia. Remember?
Hmm. He might have to leave Russia now, though. Russia is on fire.
I don't get distracted. No,
I know
don't.
you hate that conflict, but it has
I'm
to be
just
talked
saying.
about.
Assad, where is he? So there's all these Maduro. Any update? I'm saying we see it's reoccurring in real time, and the American people have to be aware of what's going fucking on. We also, me and Lane, we shared on the platform here. Remember that speech that Israel did on 60 Minutes where they had the dude in the black mask saying that this was their stage, and
Yeah.
I
See,
just be taking people at their words, and I don't be forgetting. Y'all said it. I didn't. I'm not the. I'm not anti. I didn't say it this time. Y'all said it out your own mouth. So, um,
we got to touch on the Haitians next time.
yeah, I can't. I
It's
can't.
too late. I gotta
Just
go. My
wait for it.
baby is bad. She mad and shit.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being on. We duked it out. Well, we got 2 more minutes. Let's do 2:30.
All right. That
But
conflict's too big to talk about. So
yeah, I'll briefly just say the TPS. I'll just update people. I won't even give much of my take. The TPS. I mean, the rule on the TPS, the ruling, the Supreme Court ruled on the TPS extension or not extension, and they ruled against it 6-3. Um, claim and their claims is that obviously we know the original reason the Haitians were given the TPS was because of the earthquake back in 2010, if you guys remember. But then their country got destabilized in between that. They were supposed to go back in like 2016 or 2017. And then remember their government got overthrown. Remember who's we covering? Barbecue.
barbecue. I bet you barbecue's still running wild. Hold on.
Yeah, people's over there eating. So about the Springfield, Ohio Haitian stuff, what do you think?
I ain't talking
Um,
about it today.
yeah, we won't be able to catch it
I
today,
don't have
but
enough time. Yeah.
yeah, it's just, I mean, it's definitely me and Lane. Lane said he was driving in the car and he said, "What were you saying that you called the Americans out and said it's time to put up or shut up."
I'm not sure.
You were saying that they were complaining about the hate, but who's going to work the jobs? Who's going to?
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. Like I'm just saying, like, we saw out west when a bunch of Mexicans were deported, all those fucking vegetables out west rotted in the field because nobody wanted to go pick that shit. And people at my job, the right wingers at my job, we don't know we don't know how to do those jobs and stuff like that. It would take us time to learn those jobs. Oh my god. I mean, every excuse in a mouth. If you're gonna kick all these motherfuckers out, step up. Everybody better step the fuck up. All your little 20-year-olds that don't have a job, they better get their ass out there and they better do for their country, right? What did George say? Who said it? Don't think what you can do for yourself. Think what you can do for your country. I gotta hold my tongue on this one. I'm sorry, Zach. I'll be on whenever Stefan invites me back. They might beat me up at work tomorrow. I'll post a picture if they do. Fuck them.
Yeah,
That's how I
exactly
feel.
right. He said perhaps a weekend day. Indeed. I mean, I think there's no better way to end it with the quote that you gave. And I mean, yeah, we'll get back on and we'll definitely cover that, and we'll have some more developments out of the news from that point. And we also wanted to cover the data center. Me and Lane done a little bit of groundwork, with Melissa. We hope to have her on one day. The brilliant work she's doing over there with Conserve Ohio, trying to get we did get the moratorium passed for the data center, so we bought ourselves a little bit of time, and I appreciate everybody out there fighting for that. And hopefully you guys, this platform was able to be used to raise people awareness on the situation and the urgency of the situation. Any closing remarks, Lane?
The little bit of research that I'm seeing, barbecue is still very much empowering Haiti, but y'all want to send them to a place like that. Um,
That's their claim. We'll see. I mean, the Supreme Court ruled on it. We'll see. That's their claim, that their nation is still destabilized and it's not safe to return to. And a lot of them really have. They can. I mean, now some people, right wingers, comments will be, well, go back to y'all's country and then file for asylum, which is different, right? Um, they can make that case, right? Asylum is a little bit different than TPS. So, but because a lot of them fear for their life, they will be killed
that
for returning.
yeah, for sure, for sure. The people that left, they don't want them back. And there was also I can't remember. Hegg said somebody said that if you're not at the American border, you cannot file for asylum because you're not at America yet. You did not make it to America. So being
That's
on
his.
an island.
That's his interpretation of the Constitution. It's not completely accurate.
Like, I would not say it's accurate. I would not say it's accurate. I mean, because I mean, we can't talk about it. We can't talk about it right now. I
No,
will
no, no. We don't
spiel
got
for
enough
the
time.
next 30 minutes. So I appreciate it. Always good to get this off my chest. I feel like I gotta keep this to myself a lot. I can't get fired and whatnot. So I greatly appreciate the platform to be able to spew my ignorance, my uneducated opinion. Uh, Zach, I appreciate going back and forth. Shane, Nas is the
Nah,
goat. Sorry.
Nas is the ghost.
Nas is the goat. I'm back.
And hope you on the clock. All right, everybody. I appreciate
Yeah.
y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Another episode. I had to go on the phone the last hour or so. But thanks for everybody. Please like and subscribe to the page. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's your host here, Lord of Lips, signing out. Peace.